So he would need to land multiple times because fuel is a thing.
Is that even a good idea?
Yeah.
It's probably not. It's probably not a terrible idea.
I still feel like the most probable thing that would actually work out is if we flew out to get RJ and then we went from
And then
RJ to
drove.
Auburn.
And then you
Sounds
rent
great.
like an RV, and then you have lodging.
No, we would
hell
fly
yeah.
over with RJ. We'd take a connect flight from
Connect flight.
JFK to Auburn.
Thing is, you're passing Auburn to get to JFK.
It's fine.
unless you just want to go just to go pick up RJ.
What, you guys want to go to Jersey?
Yeah, we could spend a day there with RJ and then go out the next day. It's a lot.
Yeah, or spend a day in New York City.
Okay. Hello.
All right, sorry.
Hi, stream. How you doing? Mark.
Jesus fucking Christ.
As soon as we begin.
Stream. Okay, hello. Welcome to
It worked.
Welcome on
Welcome
this wonderful
to-
Sunday morning. I hope no one's doing anything. You probably
No.
aren't.
It's like 2:30.
No, I know what they're doing. They're watching D&D.
Wow.
Wow. What a
I'm on
wonderful
his
way to
great
spend time.
adventures.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, wow.
this is in fact a day. You guys are in Baldur's Gate. It has just passed the morning. In our last session, well, actually, let's back up to the very beginning of our travels, relay a little bit of information, and pick up here. At the start of your little side adventure, Ananya, you had to split from the main party. There was a chance that you saw your father. And so you went into this noble estate with his name, and you realized it was not your father, but your father's butler, Sanev, and another butler, Tordrum,
Oi!
played by RJ. After a bit of conversation, you found out two things. Number one, in Baldur's Gate, there is a package that Tordrum had to pick up, as expressly stated by Rivian Ravikavan before he apparently died, and has not yet returned. That was the sort of last mission you had, Tordrum. Stanley is
Not like
very active.
in the
Yep.
the shelter.
Stanley bit Tordrum, so Stanley and Tordrum have a bit of an interesting connection. Nevertheless, as time has gone on, you set out on a quest to head to Baldur's Gate to find this potential present package thing that's supposed to be coming in that Tordrum was going to pick up. You've just gone with him, and you're going to meet it right there at the dock and just see what the hell is what's going on with that. Other than that, there was you collected a whole bunch of maps, and there were some interesting things there, notably pinholes in various locations on one map of the Sword Coast, which seemed to not have any rhyme or reason. And there was another map with a single pinhole around the Trollback/Trollbark forest. And having talked with Sanev a little bit, you've got the sense that Rivian does have some form of home or something, another property in that area. The details of it, you're not quite sure of. But you have those two maps. There is a map of the Sword Coast without pinholes. There's also a map of Scornabel, the town that you started in. But you are no longer in Scornabel because you have gone down the River Kyanthar, headed west, and you have made it to Baldur's Gate, city of lots of gray, very tall and intimidating walls, and the smell of the sea. Baldur's Gate's a port city. You guys pulled in the last session after previously being attacked by some goblins on your travels and being joined by Sarazen. Sarazen? Fuck! I'll get it one day. Sarazen, a knight who is not very fond of the gods, but has a wife who is a servant of a god. You
Isn't that how life works?
Love finds a way.
There's been a bit of time that you spent in Baldur's Gate in which, Tordrum, you went looking for the office of the person who would know when things come in, when you could potentially get your package. On your search for this place, you had trouble finding it, but what you did find was the body of a tiefling whose throat was slit open. Found this body washed up on some of the some rocks with some seaweed on it, and it's a disturbing sight. So that's what you found. Meanwhile, Ananya, you had to, due to city policy, lock up Stanley. Had to separate from him for a short while.
They threatened everyone and made sure they wanted to die.
Sarazen, you were with her, and the two of you, Ananya, you accompanied Sarazen to the Temple District to try to find his wife. His wife, named Elizabeth, actually greeted you at the gate and told the guards it was fine for you to come in. She was wearing the guise of a cleric of Helm, the holy symbol of Helm, and yeah, you've gone in, found yourself to a nice little tavern / inn, small tavern, large inn, called the Rusted Shield. The man there, named Osmond, seems to have some connection to Elizabeth, and he is a tiefling who has a shield that resembles, up on a wall shield, that resembles Chiron's, and there is a holy symbol.
Maybe Austin being in chat is an interesting one.
Yeah. He does not. He does not have a
that.
holy symbol. Sorry, which to Chiron is a holy symbol. To him, you have no idea. Shield is rusted over, and paint's been pretty much scratched off it. And there's a great sword on the wall as well. He's been cleaning out glasses. Tordrum, you eventually found your way there because it is that comfortable. Not the high end, but not the low end. Solid, moderate establishment. So you did find your way there on your own, and actually ended up meeting with this bar guy, chatting a little bit, and eventually you found out that your friends were actually upstairs and headed in and made yourself known after owning the streets.
Surfing.
So after a little bit, Tordrum, there was a bit of discussion Sarazen, between you and your wife. Very briefly, there was a mention of a woman with a scar having a bow and arrow that shot down a red dragon. The figure was a silhouette, a shadow, and the only thing that was really clear was that scar. She was uncertain whether this was a sign or not. She really... sorry, I keep saying sorry. Sarazen. She really kind of wanted to go out of the city and go on a little adventure of her own. In Tordrum, you wanted to find a body. Elizabeth is very uncomfortable with walking the streets, but Tordrum, you had a body you had to go return to. And Ananya, there was
Had
a
her
voice.
mind blow up. Sorry. Nothing. I had a wonderful thing I'll talk to Elizabeth about later.
I'm concerned.
No, it's actually really good. It's a solution to a big question we all had. So,
Okay.
and Ananya, it's not mitigating because Ananya would have already known to talk about it, so it's fine.
Yep.
She was going to talk about it anyway, so I just realized that could be actually helpful if I made sure it happened. So we're cool.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Good to know.
Let's do it.
All right. So,
do it. Let's get it.
Tordrum, you have exited, and you are headed back south, away from the temple district, unless you change your mind on what you want to do, towards the docks again to go and find that body.
Yes.
You left a guard hanging.
I go
You
to
did
the
not get a high five.
I go to the guard.
Ananya,
cold.
you've just stepped out of the room while Sarazen and his wife are having a bit of a hushed discussion behind, kind of talking to each other and having a back and forth. You stepped out of the room as this voice has creeped into your head, asking if you can have your conversation now. And you also wanted to go talk to the barkeep, I believe is what you were initially trying to do before the voice poked in.
Yes.
What was yours?
What is it that you want?
Just in the middle of the hallway.
Yes, in the middle of the hallway.
She doesn't have a room.
True.
She was paid for a room.
I was gonna pay for a room, but then the voice wanted to talk. I wasn't gonna let the voice not talk to me. Goodness.
Well, technically he doesn't know, so okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Get out of here, little stupid window that's making noise in my earbuds. Okay. Well, hold on. To be honest, I kind of want to turn my camera off for this because I feel it's more
Cinematic.
dramatic. Because you aren't seeing this voice, you're merely hearing it.
Hearing it.
So, Miss Rabbit-Galen, is it finally time to talk?
You picked now. What do you want?
What do you want?
To avenge
Please.
my family, to find out what's wrong, what happened.
Do you want to avenge your family? It doesn't really seem like it.
What do you mean?
It's curious. I've come to the realization over the past few days. No dogs in the city.
It's just Stanley, really far away, very sad.
She has
can
the
hear his
bond
cries.
connected.
You can hear his cries.
Sorry, sometimes I let loose a little dog.
You just hear like the voice in your head, like
It's
get
not
further
just
away, like shut
ravens.
up. To a small dog. You're like, sorry, my dog ran in the room. Back to spooky voice.
At first, I was certain you were merely putting up a ruse, that perhaps you thought it would be wise to hide your true intentions from those around you.
What do you mean?
But I must say... No, go on. This is a conversation.
I'm sorry. What do you mean my true intentions?
I'm sorry, it's a little muffled. Can you say that again?
What do you mean, my true intentions?
As I said, I thought at first this was some form of ruse, and I was perhaps giving you more credit than you deserve, but I see that as time has gone on, you have proven that you honestly remember nothing. It's rather sad, to be honest.
Apparently not. What did I forget?
You forgot me.
Evidently. Who are you? What are you?
Are we somewhere private?
Enough. No one can hear you, so what does it matter?
No, but people can hear you. And if we're not somewhere private, you look fucking crazy.
You're right. I personally do not care if I look crazy, but if it would be
And
better, I'll go.
so be it.
Okay. Who are you? What are you?
Let's do this again from square one. If I were to say the name I was given at my creation, or the name of the one who made me, I would be destroyed. And so I cannot. What I can say is this. The man who made me is a wood elf, with a sharp face. His ears are pointed, his hair is long and black, and he wears purple robes. I get the feeling you know more than you are caring to admit. This man is a powerful wizard whose heart, no, soul, lies within a gem. Rokon said it was his father, but I suppose I have a bit to talk about before that. I don't remember my creation, but I know that I was made as a gift for a woman that my creator wanted to impress. My creator made me and gave me to her so that she could always have a piece of him, even whenever he was away from her. And perhaps just as important, as a way to show a mastery of necromancy. During my creation, I was enchanted to have the ability to take, imbue, and otherwise manipulate life energy. A side effect of this was, well, the fact that I'm living. That you can hear me now. The fact that I am sentient. My sentience is something that should not be glossed over. I've never seen another magical item with true sentience. Your friend Hal's rapier seems to have some effect on his conscience, but that is not true sentience. That is not intelligent thought. It's lesser intelligence than the zombies that aimlessly wander the halls of my creator's lair. But yet, somehow, my creator made me. As if his own eternal life was not enough of a bragging right. But of course it wasn't. He's lonely and wants. My creator kidnapped this woman and keeps her in his lair. He constantly tries to impress her. One day he brought her into a dragon's den. On that day she took me with her And while he was searching through the massive hoard for something he'd hidden, she pulled me out and made me take in everything around me. I saw everything, from the claw-scratched pillars to the shining gold and platinum, all but the dragon himself. She put me away after that short glance, but I still heard what came after. He offered her a gem, which he said held his soul and very being. Through days of tireless study, Rokon and I determined that this is the hallmark of a lich, a wizard trying to preserve his life past when a normal man would die. But I'm getting ahead of myself. After this discovery, the woman I was made for tasked me with something. She herself is no match for the lich. I was sent out to find someone capable of finding this dragon horde and destroying my creator's flaccidry. She placed me in a dark bag so my gold handle wouldn't draw suspicion, and tied me to some creature, a rodent, I believe. I was in that darkness for I don't know how long, days, months, years. I'm uncertain. Time passes differently when all you have is darkness. Which reminds me, my current resting position is quite uncomfortable. Would you consider putting me in a sheath on your side? I prefer to actually see what I'm doing and where I'm going.
That can be decided depending on how much more you tell me.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Gosh damn it!
Things are heating up.
I'm already getting mine.
I thought it was going to be the dude in the woods for a second that we like stabbed.
My brain is exploding. D&D Beyond, I clicked the roll button. Come on.
No.
I thought it was going to be like that ceremony, that ritual that we were saving her from.
Guys, that was a 7.
Oh no.
Fuck. Still good enough.
Really?
It was. Rolled a fucking 4. Alright.
Nice. I'm concerned. I'm going back
Very
to the
well.
shadows.
Very well then. Eventually I came to be in the hands of Rokon, your brother. Whenever I described my creator to him, he said it was his father. He said his father was an unfaithful man, and that the existence of this woman would explain a great deal of things. When I described the horde that I saw, he said it perfectly resembled a dragon's horde. I saw no dragon in that lair then, but after seeing the hordes he showed me in our travels, I fully believe it was one. Over time I grew an undying loyalty to Rokon, but time went on, Rokon grew distant from me, and became far more deceptive in his actions. I feel no need to say more.
Then, out of character, that was a huge ass mind fuck.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I got like half of that, and I'm still confused.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't even give me a second to process. My brain is dead. Literally, it's
entirely sure what
pulsing. I could feel my head going.
I'm not entirely sure what all that was, but
All of that was really bad.
it was a gem that had gained sentience.
Elsie, did you write that out? You just thought this is it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, I put it out. It's just there's a reason you didn't hear everything at once before.
Oh my gosh. I'm dead. I don't even know what I know, but I think I know what I know.
Mhm.
First off, he be a lying ass cheater, and that ain't good. That shit not good. Unless
did he
it's
lie
my
about?
mom.
Oh, you mean you? Wait,
I mean,
hold on.
moving on.
Okay, I was like, wait, he didn't lie to you.
No,
But-
Rubion's cheating on the Ontario. And not only that, but then Rokan finds out. Then Rokan I'm confused. Okay, wait. I need to formulate my questions.
Remember how this was the setup for a big campaign?
No shit. Please, you have to merge this.
Mm.
Sorry, everyone. Ananya's leaving again. She's not coming back. There's some things to be done. I have to do this to Elsie. Like, we finally get a day that's gonna work, and then you gotta do this. What's wrong with you? Okay.
Well, there's more.
I'm gonna ask the question. How did Rogue Khan come across these dragon hordes in which he showed you?
We go back to
His
darkness.
voice goes off. I feel like I should do the same, but I'm still confused. I have no idea what we just said.
I never know
Okay.
what's going on right now.
It's gonna be a fun time. Okay.
Figure it out.
So I guess I'll learn this
I've looked
organically
forward to
when the
this.
party
I've
does.
really looked forward to this.
I guess I'll just learn this organically when the party does, 'cause I'm not following in the slightest.
Ananya can explain depending on what else this thing has to say.
Now, Ananya, we've done things, been places together. My only thought is we aren't exactly treating one another as partners anymore. You've kept me in darkness for such a long time. Take me out and let me see light. Yes?
First, answer this. When was there a point in which we were partners? Because I don't remember that. I remember seeing you on the
I
ground. I picked you up,
do.
I hid you away, and that was that.
Have to answer anything. Take me out.
Nanya's gonna grab into the back of her corset and take out this huge ass
As you pull out the dagger, it's you pull out the elegant yet still hideous blade. Long blade itself with the end having gold and various almost.
Did you actually complete the picture?
I did not complete the picture because I'm not an artist and I really wish I could. But
I did not complete the picture either because all of my pens broke.
It's okay. I wish I had a better description. Only I did.
I could describe it pretty good.
I mean, if you want to describe it, go for it. Sure.
Wait, is it still the dark gold color, like the rusty
Oh, yeah.
gold color?
Yes.
So
it
it's
is.
rusty. I'm going to now show with my hands. It's a rusty gold. The blade itself goes like this, and then it kind of curves. So it's like ugly, janky ass looking thing, but also it's like, and then I can't remember if we still had the eagle. It's the
Mm-mm.
No, we don't. So it has a normal like handle that so like here's the blade, and then the handle comes just normally out like this, but more out on one side, and then the thing you hold is like leather straps, and that also is angled along the curve of the blade, but it has the body. Doesn't it have a body on it on the end?
The very end of blade is a very finely crafted golden, like a woman in robes, but she is skeletal and dead. Eyes. Head has a skull, and the robes that droop down show just bone. It's strangely beautiful and hideous at the same time. And as you pull it out and hold it, the eyes of this woman figure on the end, you look into them and there's a strange almost connection as the two things link. And the dagger says, "Hello, Ananya. It's been a long time. Good to see you face to face again."
I would say likewise, but this is odd even for me.
See the dagger. About a little bit of a.
I have
So,
so many questions, and yet I don't know where to start.
well, you asked one before, but now I'm out. So, let's talk.
Who is the real evil one? The creator or Rokan?
What I can say of my creator is highly limited.
Does he live?
I know he died that day because I heard you say it, and I sat and listened to you cry. But, Miss Ravakale, and what you were unable to grasp then, and still cannot wrap your head around now, is that your father cannot die while that gem still exists.
Where's
Now I know
the
that you want your father by following these leads, but the important thing is that we find your father. It's not the fuck. The voice has a.
The important
It's
thing
the
is
first
to
time you've heard the voice falter. um, the important thing isn't that we find your father. It's that we find that dragon's lair where he hid that gem. You're on a wild goose chase when you should be doing something important, like staying with that group of cultist hunters, following through with our arrangement.
I wasn't aware we had an arrangement. I'm not even aware of how I actually came across you in the first place.
Oh dear. Very well. You found me laying in the destruction I had been a part of for hours, as the cultists drove their wagons full of gold past me, gleaming with joy after the horror that occurred. Not long after the last wagon left, you arrived. That scar on your face was still a fresh wound. You recognized me. You'd seen me before. Picked me up and took me as a keepsake. A reminder of your brother. You had no idea what I'd done, what I'd been a part of, what he'd done, what he'd been a part of. And I kept it that way, lying dormant in darkness and silence, against your back for quite some time. That is how we met.
Then what agreement is it that you speak of?
Oh. Surely your head is not that damaged.
It
How many
is.
times have we spoken of this?
It is that damaged. I don't know what you're talking about.
You look into the sockets and like if there were eyes in those sockets, they'd be rolling. um
I'm genuinely frustrated.
good. No, you can find him. You can talk to him. You can kill him. But all of that changes nothing. I need to sink my blade into that gem to destroy him. I need it to shatter. I wish to sink my blade into that gem and shatter it.
You'd be killing every
That's all.
essence of my father.
Yes. That's what your
Why?
brother Rokon offered me.
Then
But
who's the evil one? I don't understand why he should die. He can't die until the gem is recovered. So why would I go and recover a gem just so that I can kill every last essence of him left?
you agreed to going through the dragon hordes and letting me see them. But you didn't want me to end your father, at least not right away. You wanted to take the gem and use it to bargain. I agreed to these terms because you agreed to mine. And so
How
we
did I
set out
originally know of
chasing
the gem?
because we had a conversation. We've spoken before. I think this is new. God, it's infuriating. I hate having to tell you everything again. So we set out chasing dragon-worshipping cultists. You have yet to bring me to a horde. That's why I was so glad you joined that little brigade of morons.
That's
But
only one thing we agree about.
oh, we agree on much more, you just don't realize it. I am not your enemy. Don't make me one.
Then what is it I must do?
What you're looking for, whatever wild goose chase you're on, it is irrelevant. As I said, you can find him. You can kill him. You can speak to him. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Your father is tied to that drum. So you search through dragon horde after dragon horde. You go back to that little party of yours, and you go on this little mission. And maybe, just maybe one day, after following these cultists, you'll find a dragon horde. And if that dragon horde is the one that I saw, then you and I, well, we've reached our goal.
Perhaps over time we'll have a better understanding and maybe a memory of this. But for now, that is what I shall do. I'm going to get the package because that's the last thing I have of whatever father I thought I had. This much I know.
So be it. Well, maybe your new group of friends might provide a better party to Hunt dragons. No, I don't think so.
We move. We'll probably have to come back out and grab it.
Hi,
Hi!
I love what I do.
Hello.
You're a freaking asshole, Elsie. That's what you are.
Oh
The
yeah.
most genius asshole I know.
Evil genius.
Oh my word. I can't even. Oh shit.
Na 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 na.
A bunch of chaos just happened. I have no idea. Died. Felt like a private moment, so I was fine to not have my camera on.
Spilling coffee all over my laptop part 2. Sayonara, my
Ooh.
guy.
Fun.
No.
I blame Elsie.
I'm sorry, it's all my fault. Everything's my fault. Hi guys, how you doing? You guys
I'm
having
good.
fun? It's been
follow,
like half
like-
an hour.
Part of that.
Do you have any idea of what just happened?
So apparently your dagger can speak to you. And it wants you to hunt dragon hordes. And it is also a crystal that has sentience. And it has a true resting place that's covered in zombies. And your father can go die in a fire for all it cares. It just wants to find its work.
AKA father. Yeah,
Also
that
might be a
guy's
lich.
the one that's actually at fault for everything going on.
Yeah, he's also a lich apparently, which is no bueno.
Knew Elsie
Oh,
would bring
witch.
attention to this.
No,
He's a
lich.
wizard, Harry.
No, a lich, not a wizard. Not a
What the
liches. So liches are wizards who have decided.
Well, hold on,
we
wait.
don't-
Shh, I can't know these things.
Ananya,
Not even
make
another.
make an Arcana check.
Oh gosh, damn. Roll.
Hi,
No, can I
stream.
just
This has
like
been
click
exciting.
that
Even wait,
button?
you explained it to her though. Like I'm just going off of what you said.
A little bit, yeah. But I can try to explain it better, maybe.
No, D&D Beyond is giving me. Oh, that's a nat 20 plus my
Ooh.
modifier of 3.
Damn.
Okay, yeah. A lich is essentially a very powerful wizard that does not like the idea of mortality, and so they practice necromantic magic, the magic of essentially manipulating life force. The whole idea of a lich essentially is their soul is placed into an object known as a philosophry,
Mm-hmm.
and that object, the person can die. Their soul goes back to that object where it remains, and a new body will be formed.
A new body? Like a whole ass, like human ass new body?
Mhm.
He's gonna be a zombie? I'm gonna find this man. He's gonna be a dead ass zombie.
You don't know how it
That's
works,
how-
but that's what you know about it.
Gosh damn it. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to clean off my desk because I'm a messy ass person who hasn't used their shit. I found my dice though.
Of my job.
AKA, I get what you're saying. I understand these things now. I kind of understood because we'd briefly mentioned it, and you were trying to bring all the technical terms up, but it was when I was learning D&D stuff, so I was like, huh?
Oh, necromancy?
Necromancy.
Mhm. So,
Oh my
yeah,
word.
necromancy is a school of magic focused on manipulating life energy, whether that be creating undead or providing a false life to yourself to
Make it
bolster
me
the amount.
tiefling.
Wait. Oh my god, hold on. Show me that again. Oh. Okay. Have you talked to Austin?
Have I talked to Austin?
Yeah.
No, I just randomly I saw a outline of a head shape in my notebook, and I went, you know what? I'm gonna put horns on this shit, and I'm gonna make it a tiefling.
Hmm?
Is that supposed to be the tiefling Tordrum found dead?
Bro, I didn't have any conversations with anybody. I literally just decided I'm gonna make a tiefling today.
Well, it's a joke because of the wings.
Oh.
Anyway, so that's where we are now.
My mind is screwed.
You're welcome.
I followed like part of that, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. But I think I got the important parts.
Oh, the
Ananya
guy.
can explain later. Ooh.
So
Alright.
now there is
Tordrum.
some kind of body in that dagger, ugly dagger apparently. Dad put it there.
It's an elegant dagger, but it looks beautiful, but it portrays terrible things.
Oh, I thought like the blade was like ugly.
No, it is elegant. It is truly elegant. Well, I mean, you haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
Aubrey knows. It is. It is a truly truly elegant blade. But the things that it shows are disturbing. It shows undeath and the whole art of it. So it has an undead mistress as its sort of back of the handle.
Great.
Yeah.
Fun.
Gosh damn.
Let's see what
Runs
happens.
into the party. Hey guys, ready to hear what I have to say?
My dad's a lit.
Were you taking notes?
Was I taking notes?
I was fucking.
So here's the thing. I didn't have my notebook. It was in on my desk, and so I had a
This is
notebook,
gonna be fun to see what you
notepad open
remember.
on my computer. I'll just rewatch the thing. But yeah, I was gonna type it all out on my computer, and then I realized it would look like I was being distracted, and I didn't want to look like I was being distracted typing a shit ton of stuff. So it's okay. I'll go back and wait. Did you type out by any chance the whole thing the dagger said?
I mean, yes, but there were also things that I didn't.
Got it.
Like,
so I'll just.
and there are
go
some things
back.
that I wrote that I didn't say.
Gosh damn it, Elsie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a time and place.
Sorry.
There are some details that do not seem appropriate at the moment.
Oh, it's the In's
There.
bar again. In's bell again.
Speaking of bars,
Fucking alarm.
Ananya has to go pay
Torture.
for a room.
Tordrum just walked out. That's what it was. He
That's the
walked out
alarm.
like 5 minutes ago, and the alarm finally went off.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just hear that. You just hear the bartender
Okay,
curse under his
I
breath.
need a second for my mind to kind of like get back to
Recover?
normal.
You do
So
your thing.
can we go to
I'll-
Tordrum and his dead
Yeah.
body?
I was gonna say Tordrum. Yes, by this point you've made your way down to the.
You made it
docks.
seem like Tordrum was dead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
Tordrum
that
was
was
dead
whenever
body.
Tordrum had to poke his head back in.
Tordrum and his good-for-nothing dead body sitting over in the corner.
No, I like Tordrum. He's so sweet.
I love it.
Tordrum and his dead body. Tordrum's dead.
Oh man. So Tordrum, you
I
you
Oi!
make it back to the docks where there is a guard standing over a
Stupid.
body. There are you see two women there. They are in brown trench coats, and they are kind of looking down at the body. One of them
Detectives.
goes down to inspect the body. And the other one is talking to the guard as you're walking up.
Hello. It's I, Tordrum Rubia.
Yeah, he's the one. And you see this this woman turns to you and she looks down and she's kind of got like grayish hair, but not old. Looks like a style choice. She is wearing a hat, and she just kind of lifts it up a little bit and leans down to you. Well, hello, sir. My name is Joanne Walton. Who are
Did
you?
you just lean down to look at me?
Sorry, it's yes. Yes.
Okay.
I can.
No, you're good.
Sure.
Sure, I'm not.
Okay, I didn't mean to be demeaning or anything.
No, I know. It's all part of it. Don't worry.
Yes. I didn't mean any offense.
Nothing offends I, or Drum Ruby I.
Right. Cool.
Nothing offends.
Can I Oh dear, Shirley. She walks over to the Shirley, I need the notes. Shirley, stop playing with the teeth thing, please. Oh dear.
I'm confused.
I am surely uncomfortable in this scenario.
Two of them are down there at the moment. I actually need to send myself the note document because I didn't do that earlier. So wait, all right, we're break. Put on the break screen. Very briefly, accidentally showed my DMs to Aubrey. Yay!
What in the world? I didn't get a notification.
What?
I didn't get a notification.
What?
You said you sent your DM shit to me on accident.
No, I accidentally showed our DMs.
Oh.
That I sent you.
Quick, go back in the stream. You can watch. You can see what they said in
Yes,
secret.
that's it. Right now. No, I'm editing and recording.
Just kidding. We're still on break.
I know. I just swapped it to breaks. Okay. We can still be heard. So hi guys.
Guys, I think we need to start kicking someone out of the group. Like, I really don't like how Karan is just sort of everything.
By the way, can I just point out how many people like have popped up in the little break thing? I love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, quite a few.
Hope you're having a good time. All right.
I thought that was going to clear after, like, the beginning of every stream, but apparently it's people from, like, last stream still in there.
Well, okay, some of them are bots, to be completely honest. Like another TTV viewer is totally a bot. Okay. I need to save this. All right. All right. Comes back to you. Open with Paint because I don't have a proper software on this computer.
Open with Paint. The amount of times I spent as a kid on Paint.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the woman walks back to you while the other one is just kind of shoos her away and is inspecting the body. Hi. Yes.
Hit me
Oh,
again.
dear. Need to. Sorry. Yes. Tor drum, correct?
Yes.
How's that? Can you just? I need to write down your name very brief. Can you just tell me?
Tor. Tor. Drum. Like the instrument.
Last name?
Ruby I.
And do you have a middle name?
No.
Okay. Where is your address?
It's the Ravakalen house in Scornabel.
Scornabel?
Yes.
Oh, so you're not local. Okay.
No.
How do I spell that?
Cards are broke.
Trump is illiterate.
RAVAKLYN.
Torture.
Ravaclin?
Ravakela.
It seems like there would be an A in there.
Rava.
RAKA.
Hey, so there's an A between the K and the L, right? Did I get that right?
No,
No?
Yeah.
I'm not here. Stop.
There is that again.
It's RAVAKALYN.
Oh, okay. So I got that right. Okay. Estate. Scornabel. Do you have a proper address for that?
Actually, I don't know it out of character.
Bro, I don't either.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
child
that's
is
fine.
disguised
Ravacalon
self.
Estate, Scornabel.
I remember.
You do?
142 Ravakelen Drive.
Oh, okay.
They got their own street. It's pretty fancy.
142.
That is now like a thing about Scornabel.
There's a small street that just.
And it
has
makes sense
website
too,
code.
because he was a valued member of the community, totally. So it makes sense. 142 Ravacalon Drive. You said Ravacalon Drive.
Yes.
The Ravacalon Estate, Scornabel. Well, I don't have room for on this line. Ugh. Templates are annoying. All right. Well, I'm just gonna maybe takes her eraser and just erases everything.
Oh,
It's smaller. Hold on. I wasn't expecting it to be this long. Ravacalon's a really long last name. What is it with people in long last names?
Hey, you fun of me again?
It's not even your last name.
I thought you're Ruby Eye. You don't have a long last name. I'm talking about Ravacalon.
I mean, it's longer than most people. There's only 2 words in one.
Fair enough.
Jeffy, you look so funny right now.
Okay.
You have
So-
a dash between Ruby and
Lean
I.
back. No, I'm like leaned back in my chair.
There's a
legs
dash between
crossed.
Ruby and I.
Ruby and I, yeah. It's like Ruby dash I. That's why I said it's 2 words in one.
Yeah,
I can fit my whole body on my chair. Oh.
Is it okay if I don't have a dash in there? Do you mind?
Fine.
I'm just gonna write in parentheses here. Dash
a lot.
between Y and E.
Fine.
There we go. Put that in. Yeah.
So what do you think did this?
Dude,
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you, sir. Do you know the name of the decedent?
No, I just found him.
it's a long wire.
Right. Okay. Do you know his home address?
No, I just found the body. I don't know who the fuck.
Okay.
I know nothing.
Did you witness? Was it in a motor vehicle accident?
There's no motor vehicle.
I don't know what a motor is, and there was no.
That
What's
wasn't
the-
it.
What is a motor vehicle in D&D? Please explain.
I don't know what a motor is.
It's the thing on the but never mind.
It's
That's
that
not a
dude.
motor.
No, it's that dude who owns the ferry.
Yeah.
The type of vehicle, not the creature.
Fuck, I need a new form.
No,
It
Mark.
sounds like a fucking, like nowadays fucking police report.
Motor's just that dude who has that ferry that runs between here and Eltergred. But no, he was not responsible for it.
All right.
As
Okay.
far as
So
we know.
it's not okay. It's not a vehicle accident. Good to know.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, I did notice his neck.
Have vehicles. Vehicle isn't a word.
Did
back
notice
then.
what?
His neck was slashed, like his throat.
Okay, and she pulls out a red pencil. And I got it, Joanne. I've already got everything. All right. Did you find him clothed, unclothed, or partly clothed?
If you haven't messed with the body exactly how it is,
He looks down. It's clothed. Okay, so black box right there. Clothed. All right, cool. Did you have any? So you don't know him at all,
No.
but you don't know if is he like married? You don't know that.
No.
Okay. Occupation.
Deceased.
Right.
Dead.
Okay.
Dead.
Good to know. Thank you for your time, sir. I think we're. Thank you. Surely we didn't learn anything. The woman
Yeah.
down there is like, we've learned everything we need to know. I think you're good to go, sir. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. If you need anything, I'm staying at the Rusted Shield.
Oh, that would have been great to know. Okay, do you have a room number?
Not yet. I can pay. The person I'm traveling with is getting the room because I know how long I'd be here for.
Okay. Staying at West Shield. To know. Right, just put that on there. Okay. Wonderful. One of these. Love it. Okay. Oh, yes. Right. Sorry. No fear, sir. Citizen or not citizen. This is. We're on it.
I'm really up for a good fight if you need it.
I don't think we're gonna need a fight. It's just this is just a thing, you know, his body on the shorts.
I mean, there's a dead body.
Yeah.
Your this is normal.
It's kind of normal. What was that? I couldn't hear you over the seawater.
You should like stop making it normal.
I don't believe in seawater.
Yeah, but like this is my job. Like I look into this stuff. Also, it's been like happening a little bit.
I would.
You're not from here. Never mind. Don't worry. Everything is fine.
Is there any more questions?
No, I think you're good, sir. Thank you for your time.
Do I get a reward? I think I just find a dead body for you.
I mean, I think your suit is very nice, and compliments are the best reward.
I think rewards are the best reward.
Fine,
But
take 5 silver. She hands off.
I did it. Come silver money. 5 silver. I essentially just entered this.
Wait, that
Ooh.
sucks ass. He had to leave the city, and now he's got to pay more money to get back in the
So in
city.
the city.
It's the inner gate, but the guards did watch him leave, so there's that.
Oh,
Are they gonna
He's pretty easy to remember.
They're gonna make me pay to go back in.
You don't know.
Fuck.
Meanwhile, Ananya, back to you very briefly. I'm sorry we skipped over Sarah's, and we'll get to you in a minute. Ananya, what were you doing? You're.
Anani needs to go downstairs.
Okay. You've had a moment, and started headed downstairs, a bit disoriented and trying to figure out what the fuck just happened.
She might look drunk, but she's not. I promise.
One of those like lightheaded things, like what?
Stars. I see stars. I taste color.
I can see what dogs can see.
Fun of being able to see colors.
Girls don't have that issue, so
I mean, some girls can actually. It's rare.
it's a very, very rare.
Yeah.
Genetically, it's almost it's rare.
So
Look at
you
the
see
genetic
Osmond,
sexism.
the tiefling, cleaning out just a mug Like,
Is it the same mug from
Hi.
earlier, or has it changed throughout the day?
it started as a glass, then it got to a different glass. Now it's a mug, like a wooden mug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
He's got variety.
Oh, variety.
Hi.
I'm ready to check out a room.
Okay. Are you're looking for how many people would you like? There's we get a room with 2 beds, get a room with 1 bed. We got, you know, which one?
Two beds is great.
Okay. Let me look over something quick. Right. Uh, well, all right. For we're looking at a comfortable room. We want 2 people in it. Take a gold piece.
That works. I'll pay
Yeah.
for tonight and then the night after.
Oh, that's 2 gold pieces.
Okay. She'll pay him the 2 gold and cry a little in the inside, but it's okay.
You have like 500 gold.
But it's spending
Kanye's
money.
a cheapo.
You could buy an uncommon magic item. Like you are stacked.
I also
Okay.
did kind of just give her 10 gold for the rooms.
Yeah, it did happen.
You gave me 10
That's-
gold? Did I account for that?
You should remember if you'd remember.
You know what? If I don't remember accounting for it, it means I already accounted for it.
Because I said, oh, I'm gonna give her 10 gold so she could
Yeah.
buy a room.
Then I accounted for it.
That was like right at the end of the session.
I'll
when I
throw
was
things away in my mind if I've already done it. So that's good. We're fine.
So takes
I
the
have a
gold,
question.
hands you a key. To room
Thank you.
5.
I had a question for you.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but notice the shield you have up on your wall.
He looks back up and
You
yeah.
don't seem fond of it. Is it yours?
Yes. It's a relic of a pastime.
I'd love to know more.
It's a symbol to a false god. That's all you need to know.
False? How so?
Hopefully.
It's a symbol to a god that doesn't exist. It's a reminder of a holy quest I once went on in my youth. I don't even want to speak that deity's name. No point in giving it a follower.
Where did
What
you
you need to
come
know
from?
is it's a pretty shield.
Oh, not now.
Sorry?
Nothing. Where are you from? Tieflings are kind of rare, and I've just met my first few not too long ago.
I came from a small island in the north. Full of a bunch of
This sounds
idiots
very
who believe in
familiar.
that.
What happened? Why'd you leave?
Like I said,
Who
I
left?
went out on a holy quest. But
Did it? Yeah.
can't fail something that was never able to succeed. No such thing. Pointless. Nowadays, though, I've found a rational line of work. Tired of going out and adventuring. Took my eye.
Are you ever gonna go back?
What, adventuring? I mean,
No, to the north.
I got nothing there. This place. This is home. More
Wish
than
I could
happy.
say the same.
Of course not. That's why you're at an inn, huh?
Funny. I have someone that I think would have had a wonderful conversation with you.
Well, I'm not against sharing old adventuring stories. So.
Perhaps if I ever come back this way again and I happen to have that companion with me, I'll lead him this way.
Sounds wonderful. Maybe I'll tell him the tale of a time that I slew a nest full of carrion crawlers.
Hmm. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you
Yes.
later.
You as well.
Now Ananya must go and find them, the people.
The people?
Elizabeth and freaking
Oh.
Sarah, Super.
I know,
Sarah.
right? It's like,
Sarah. It's not that
Um,
hard. It's spelled exactly how it sounds, and it sounds exactly how it's spelled.
Sarazin.
Sarazen. It's Sarazen.
See,
Sarazen.
the only one that's messing me up on this is actually just Elsie.
Yeah.
I
I
keep saying
know, and
Sarah,
Sarah.
I keep saying Sarah. I don't know
but you were
why.
saying Sarah before. I said Sarah because I forgot the name, so I was reading it. I'm like, is it Sarazan? And then he's like Sarah. And I was like, oh, bet. So then I kept saying Sarah. Then you got stuck on Sarah. Oof.
Yeah, I was like, huh.
Just like the
Oof.
real name Sarah. It's just Sarazen.
Sarah. I know, that's why I called you Sarah in the first session. It's like I forgot the last part, but it's Sarah. I know that. And then afterwards it was like, but Sarah Zen. Elizabeth is currently looking at you, and Anania's just stepped out of the room. Tordrum's stepped out a bit sooner. Looking at one another a bit. I don't trust that woman.
I don't exactly know. I think she doesn't quite trust herself.
What do you know? What have you found out?
About her or about this?
Both?
I haven't been able to learn too much about either. I know she. Well, I know her family comes from some wealth somewhere. I think the dwarfs had Scornabel, which I know you would probably know more about than I do, but
Well, Scornabel nobles are pricks, so maybe
most
it's
nobles are pricks.
rightly founded.
I don't know. She doesn't feel like a noble.
I tend
Like
to agree with you.
I know how nobles act, and that is not normally the. There are very few who feel like they want to go out and adventure and put themselves in danger. Yeah, it took a lot of. I mean, from what I've seen, it took a lot of for myself to get out here. I'm not even a noble.
Yeah.
Separated from her family, I had met somehow, and some sort of father issues, which I don't know. Possibly dead, sending packages. It's like really gathered. Possibly still alive. I don't know. Daddy issues, am I right?
The amount of separation you two have had, I'm sure you have them too.
Sorry.
Oh shit!
Well,
Jason's good with his dad, all right. Put that out there.
That's not what I meant.
I know it's what you meant.
Elizabeth. Don't. I don't want to scare you.
I heard something fall.
sorry, keep going, keep going. Scared the shit out of
I heard
myself and I
something
flinched
outside.
really bad.
Should we check on what that was?
No, I'm fine. Keep going. It was my phone. I have it charging, but I
Poke
put
my
it
head
over here.
outside and see what's going on.
There's some crazy woman talking to herself.
Okay. I don't want to scare you. I know you're scared. And you think I'm gonna die to a dragon. I want to get out of here. I really do. And it almost seems like it might be smart to, go with him and kick some ass, right? But I don't think we should. Because if she's on some quest to kill a dragon, I don't feel like rushing fate.
I mean, it does seem like if we do that, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Which, I mean, you know how I feel about visions and gods and prophecies, but
Yes, I do.
I don't know. That it's not that I think you're gonna die from a dragon. It's that I keep being shown it. I don't know why. I don't know how, and I don't know for what reason. But it, I understand the hesitance with that, as it's almost too coincidental to not be true, which has summed up the last week of my life in a nutshell. Nutshell. Can't speak. And
Saracen, I saw her kill a dragon. The woman with the scar. I don't know. It was shadow, sure, but I watched it happen. But the reason she was in shadow was because I was watching myself get killed by another red dragon. And another took down you. I don't want to rush toward that fate. Understand?
I definitely understand that, as I myself definitely do not want to die from a dragon horde. But at the same time, I'm also worried that if we don't fight, we may already be dead to a dragon horde. So I don't know what the best yet. Do we live out the life we have? And
I love the
no,
life we have. I want to live it to the fullest. I really do. I don't.
as do I. But I don't know how much time is left if this dragon horde is approaching.
Do we really want to go after a dragon horde then?
Not
mean-
particularly.
'Cause as far as ways to go out, I mean, probably sound pretty cool, but I mean, this maybe. I don't really want to. I don't want to. I don't want to.
I know. I don't think anybody wants to. I don't know if this is really even a choice in our hands because I think they might come to us. I mean, if what what they've spoken of this cult is true, I don't know if there's a happy ending either way.
Then maybe we should just get really far away. Huh?
It's definitely an option. I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know if there is a right answer. But I mean, I don't know what I don't know what the future holds, but I don't even know where to go. I mean, we could leave, but to where?
Why don't we? Why don't we get? I can't stay here.
Yeah, but we at least have to leave here. I don't know what to do after though, because I feel that there's not really a decision to be made either way. This horde will come after, well,
Maybe not.
everybody. Maybe not.
I didn't see the end of the vision. I got interrupted. Maybe we'll be fine. You know, maybe everything will work out. But and who knows? Maybe it's a big trick. Maybe Mask is laughing. It would be a good one. But she
I don't know.
pulls out her holy symbol and just stares at it.
You said you didn't get your vision from the temple, and you didn't understand it more from them. So, is there, even if the temple's gone, is there a way that we could still find the rest of this vision and learn more?
Maybe in time. But right now, I just want to get out of the city.
I think we need to know more. I think we do need to get out of the city. I mean, a wise man once said to me, information is the most important thing.
Hit you.
He probably would know at least one of those two people, you know, as a member. I don't know what the right plan is, and I don't know. Like I said, I think we just need to know more. And I think that maybe this package or maybe this companion can give us that I've been traveling with could give us some more information, and we should at least see what we can learn and then leave. I don't know where to, but you have friends, I have friends. Maybe we could figure something out, find information and a course of action because I don't know what's the best way to go. I don't know the best answer.
We both have friends in Waterdeep. Maybe it'll be safer there.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Or we could cross the ocean. How about that? Start a life elsewhere. Or maybe we could just hide out in that home on the river. That'd be nice. I'd maybe we could go for, one more adventure and, maybe hit somewhere big, get a nice treasure hoard and take it home and live off that.
Saracen isn't
I don't
sure.
wanna
Like,
do that.
he's thinking. He doesn't think often, so this is where
I don't want to give up. I really don't. I love the life I have, and it's exhilarating, and it's fun, and there's adrenaline, and everything is great, except for when cops get involved. But that makes.
That happens. But
But
I'm just worried that there's not a real true decision being made, because any decision we make is going to be a wrong one. I don't know if there is a happy ending to the end of this, because if what they've said is true, it might not be a way we don't end up not fighting, dying fighting.
you're a
Trying to think
dork.
of it. If just if the devastation that they've told us is true, then and if the Order of the Goblin is going after this threat, there might not be a decision that I can make, or that we can make. There might not even be a decision to make, let alone a good one. And I think anywhere we go, we're going to have to fight. It might not be cultists we're fighting, it may not be dragons we're fighting, but we're gonna have to fight wherever we go. This is not a safe place to be, as I'm sure you're aware. Just traveling here on the river, I was attacked more than once. I don't know if there is a settling down here.
Or should we just go where the wind takes us? It's like we always do.
Suppose so. I mean, as you know, I don't make the greatest plans, so plans, you make plans, the plans fall through, you throw out the plan.
I hate when
That's
you throw
just-
out the plan.
No plans for us first contact with Goblin Horde.
Alright. Okay. I'll trust you on this one.
Just kind of nods. He's like, well, hopefully we can at least learn more about this threat, and then we can decide a better course of action.
Let's hope so.
All right. I
Okay.
don't know what to do after that.
And
Sarah's
you'll
different
see.
than Theo. Sarah's doesn't like plans. Theo would have a dedicated plan of attack. Sarah's like, no plan works after first contact. You make the plan, the plan fails, throw out the plan, and you adapt.
Adapt, survive. Oh,
Yeah.
said
There's
that
a
out of order,
plan.
but you know what I mean.
Oh, my voice.
That was so
Yeah.
funny. I can't believe Elsie low-key just flirted as a girl.
I don't know if he's ever done that.
Well, he somehow tried to fit that in now.
I may not be good in real life, but I can do make believe.
See, in real life,
Oh.
we're always just playing a character because you yourself are just a social construct. So just re-roll.
You know, I've been thinking about that, and I kind of want to adapt that philosophy low key.
That's what I do at work. As a cashier, I'm like, I'm gonna be charismatic, and let's go. I'm not a charismatic person.
That was me. I'm learning cashier, and so I
Yeah.
was. But then people started staring at me like, "Wait, she's talking to me," and then I was like, oh, "Okay, too much."
Like, oh, I'm gonna be a very talkative person today at work, and then I'll be like, all right, how are you doing?
They
I
don't
just wanna go
respond.
Check
No,
everything real quick.
Oh man, what a combo!
What comment?
Almost with the settle down. Oh no!
See, I honestly, in this content, I don't know if there is something that everyone always gets attacked.
Yeah.
You got attacked going down the river on a charted ferry ride.
I'm gonna step away for a quick second and make sure my dogs haven't done something stupid yet.
Like,
Okay.
They've
died.
been quiet for a fat
They-
minute.
they've been
I was
Do you want
suspiciously
to
wondering.
take
quiet.
do you want to take a break here? We can do that.
Bet I need to
Yeah.
make some ramen.
All right, 5-minute break.
Let's go.
I have nowhere to go, so
This has been
Well,
been
you guys
fun.
can come with me adventuring to get ramen.
wow.
Okay, I'm gonna mute us, and I'll tell you when break officially starts. Hello. Hi, stream. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a very nice break. So, we got a lot of shit in the start of this session, so I'm glad we did that. This has been good and valuable. Now, what would you guys like to do? I mean, we can fast forward a little bit and say you'll meet up again or something if you want. Because I mean, you're all headed.
For Tordrum, he doesn't really have anything he needs to do.
My AirPods are all over the place here.
Yeah, Saracen doesn't have much to do. He's just gonna go back into the tavern down below and get a drink after maybe damning him and everybody he loves to hell.
RJ just died.
Indubitably.
Wow. This is very weird. You're like ringing all around. It's
Am I?
AirPods function.
Wait, is something with me?
I think it's something about my AirPods. Yeah.
Stereoscopic.
I was gonna say I like turned mine all the way down, so I was
I'm
trying
putting them
not to
away.
get the feedback.
Close
But
it up. I'm taking them back out. We're gonna see if it fixed it. Hello.
Or if it breaks his-
honestly, other than the package that I don't think is gonna come yet, I don't really know what else to do.
Yeah, me neither.
So let's go talk to the bar guy. Let's have a bar conversation. Let's start a
Farside
bar
chat.
brawl. I don't know how
know what?
Stanley
Oh,
got
I-
out, but Stanley could come out and we could recreate that Critical Role scene where there's all of a sudden a bear in an arena, but instead it could be Stanley.
I'll say
A
this.
dog in
though,
a tavern.
we can do a time jump to the point where it does come in, and we can have it open here if you want to do that.
I do kind of want to find out what it is, not gonna lie.
I want to find out what it is.
Okay.
That's
We'll
something
do that at
Saracen,
the
I guess,
end
is
of the
waiting
session.
for because they want to learn more before they make decisions. Saracen, I guess, will be there.
So, as of now, though, you are currently all meeting back up. Tordrum, you've made it back. The guards want 5 gold from you, but
But I got
divide it if you want.
Oi! I was just in the city. I came across a murder, and I need to come back per request of the guards.
Roll persuasion.
Oh, persuasion. Oh, there it is.
That face.
That's a 7.
Oh,
Respectable, but we still charge entry fees.
Do you want me to... I want to speak to your boss.
okay, Karen.
You're right
Yo,
at Thorn.
Where's the detective? I'm going to go speak to the detective. Just storm off looking for the detective now.
I didn't bring my wallet with me.
As you storm off, you head back to the place where you were before. And the detectives have gone. They're no longer there.
Oh,
Are there any guards around?
Neither is the body. The body is gone as well. And the guard you talked to before is positioned elsewhere.
Hmm. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna try and sneak past the guards.
ooh, stealth. Let's go.
All right. Sure. You head back up towards the gate. You try your very best to be stealthy. Roll a stealth.
That's a 17. That's a 17.
Let's see. It's gonna be close. What am I doing? Flipping through the wrong parts of the manual. Guard. You slip by unnoticed.
Yes.
Ooh.
He is way underneath our eyesight, so I guess it works.
I am short. I mean, I feel like it would be hard. I mean, I am in a 3-piece suit, but I made it past. I'm happy.
You blend into the crowd. You're good.
I get the
Exactly.
feeling there's probably
Sneaky
rogues who do that all
snake.
the time. But like,
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Oh man. All right. Well, eventually, after a long while, you make it out, and there's been this. Meanwhile, there's been this conversation with, that Ananya has had with herself? Question mark. No, another being, another entity, another item.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who is requested again to have to be sheathed at your side instead of on your back.
She put it in the front of her corset. Like she has that brown corset on. She just shoved it in the front, so the hilt should still be sticking out. She doesn't have an extra sheath. I don't think. I'd have to look at her outfit.
Okay.
Oh wait, the hell she does. I'm pretty sure I made sure she had one.
Sarazin and your wife have been having this conversation upstairs and have ultimately come to a bit of a decision to at least stick around with Ananya here to figure out if this package has any lead.
The answers. For Elizabeth can probably disguise herself pretty well.
Yeah, Elizabeth is she good. Okay. So
Y'all froze. You didn't say anything to me, did you?
No.
no.
Okay, cool.
So, Tordrum, eventually you make your way in, but is there anything Ananya or Sarazin you want to do first?
So she's just gonna go and get a drink.
I cannot tell what is the picture. Is it the tiefling?
Oh, I wasn't trying to show you a picture. I was just saying, yeah, I made
Oh.
sure. She has this in all of my renditions of her. She has this thing hooked on her arm here, and I wasn't sure why, but then I looked, and it's actually for that dagger particularly to be back here. She just kind of had it empty because she had it up her corset, but it's there, so it's in all my drawings. So, boom.
Fair enough. So, like, where here? Like here?
So there's
Or
a strap.
on
So
the
there's
back?
different types of sheaths, you know? So she
Mhm.
has this whole contraption for her bow for her back with the arrows, but she also has this really thick strap that's been in every piece of her thing, and it comes in the back. So there's the sheath right here, and it's attached by a leather strap that goes around the shoulder, kind of like how they have those for guns, where you put it around and you can
Like a
hook your
sling.
guns. Yeah, so it's like a
Okay.
back sling for a dagger.
Okay, so you have it like behind you.
Yeah, it'd be right here on this back shoulder where it
Okay.
could hang down underneath the hair.
Okay. So did you put it there or put it there? They?
It
Technically it doesn't-
there? They there?
It was designed to be a he, but technically it's adopted. Anyway,
Uh, yes, it's not going to be in the front of the corset. It'll be back there now that I know I have that back there.
Dagger's gonna get no action.
Sorry. Dagger does not get the frontal action. R.I.P.
Dagger. Most has been loved in years.
well, it's better than darkness, but still strange. I can live with this. It's an upgrade. It's better.
Over time, I could move you to the front, but for now, this will do.
Well, this way I can keep a lookout behind you.
Thank you. I have eyes in the back of my head now.
Eye sockets, technically. That was a joke.
You're funny.
You kind of. Well, where are you while you're having this conversation, by the way?
Oh, yo, well, okay, she had the conversation upstairs out of the room, and then she came down, she got a bed. She would still be in the tavern by herself unless the guy is out there too.
Yeah, the tiefling's just kind of standing there, cleaning the glass, staring at you like, you all right?
She looks up at him with the look of a haunted one.
Essentially, you can tell that you've seen some shit. Right. Sorry, I said anything. Didn't mean to, man. Gonna.
Is everyone in the tavern now? Is
I
everyone
feel like she
there?
doesn't want to be here now because he was just walking downstairs. Oh, Tanya, how you been? You look like you've seen some. You look like something's changed.
There's a lot going on in my head right now.
Well, I know what can fix that. For the bartender, but can I have one of your strongest drinks?
I'm good.
Oh, that was for me. No, you can.
Take inspiration.
Stop!
But potion seller, I need your strongest potion.
I was gonna say, sit here and talk about it, but hey, if you want a drink.
No, I don't. But how was your talk with your wife?
Well, we're not quite sure what to do yet. We want to learn more about this threat and what it brings to us. We don't really know if anywhere's safe yet.
I don't think anywhere will be safe.
There's
There's something I was meaning to show you and your wife. I want Ananya to take out the maps from her bag and lay them out on the thing.
There's 4 maps laid out in front of you. One of them is a sort of like a trimmed down version of a map of the Sword Coast. There is another that is identical to it, but that one has a whole bunch of pinholes all over it in various locations, which you can't really rhyme or reason to why they would be there. But you do notice there's, cities you've been to have some pins in them. There's a pin in Waterdeep, pin in Baldur's Gate. There's some down. There's like a couple pins towards the Greenfields area. There's some in random forests. It's just kind of all over the place where these pins are located, or where these pinholes are located, because there are no pins there. They're just holes. There's also another map which has a singular pinhole in it close to the Trollback Forest, which, again, some maps call it Trollback, some call it Trollbark, so you're not really positive which one it's supposed to be. But it's pretty much understood that either way it's said is proper. And the last map is a map of Scornabel, which your wife would recognize, but
and he's probably been there at some point.
It says Scornabel on it. You can kind of.
Huh. And do you know what these pinholes mean?
Do you want to actually send the pictures so that he can visualize what they are?
If you want, sure. Yeah, go for it.
Is Elizabeth down there as well, or is she not there?
She doesn't really feel comfortable
leaving
being in the
That's
open, but now that you guys are united, she kind of wants to stick by you a little bit. So she's kind of gathering some stuff upstairs before she walks down the stairs.
Okay, so there's a little bit of time then, I guess, before that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what these mean, or is it unclear?
I found them within the residency in Scornerville that I was not aware my father had. There's a lot of things I've learned, and I'm assuming either two things. These pinholes were locations that the cult was going to hit, or these are locations where there are cult members residing.
I think I'm going to need that stronger drink. But why would there be cult members residing in the Greenfields? There's not much there. Maybe that's why.
I don't know. but why would they be residing in the misty forest until I found out my father was one of them?
That's fair. Either way, this isn't good. I don't know exactly what this means. I don't know why there's a map of Cornabelle, why there's a map of.
There you go.
I don't know. Either way, it's not good. It can't mean anything good.
No. And I fear it's much worse than you thought. That's why I believe you're not safe no matter where you go.
I'm beginning to agree with you on that, as my wife's plan was really to go to Waterdeep, and if there's one of these pinholes through Waterdeep, then it might not be safe as well. I mean, there's a pin in Baldur's Gate. Pinhole in Baldur's Gate. I mean,
Nowhere is safe.
and, hey, that's where we are.
By any chance, could we see like a very specific part of Baldur's Gate and where it is, or is it just Baldur's Gate that it's in?
There's just a single, like, literally the picture I sent you is what you see.
And as far as I know, Baldur's Gate hasn't been attacked in a while, so I don't think this is a raid map per se, or maybe planning a raid map.
Well,
I mean, Baldur's Gate is still here, so
as you would know, though, elves live for a long time. My father has also lived for a long time. When my place was raided, there are people in robes. I found those exact robes covered in dust in my father's estate.
possible false, false flag attack, or I don't know, maybe
It was methodical. It was planned out. It's been planned out for a long time.
that I'm sure of. Now, you said you found the robes of whoever robbed you, that your father had the same robes in their estate. Could it?
Wait, what did you say?
So the robes that you found were the same robes in the estate that your father then had his own set of or had a set of robes of in his estate. So possibly, could he have raided his own estate? That would explain how they knew where everything was.
Well, his estate is in Scornaville. My home, where I thought he only stayed in, is in the Misty Forest.
Hmm.
The home in Scornaville actually was raided, which makes me wonder. Well, not raided, but stolen from, which makes me wonder why you would know that.
Oh, that's what. Character Harrison doesn't know that. I thought that's what you had said.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
I got home and mistake mixed up.
My home in the Misty Forest was raided. My father's estate in Scornaville was stolen from.
Meet Scornabelle.
Scornaville, whatever. His noble estate.
Are the same robes. I wonder if I don't know. I wonder if it was upgrading of one's own doing. I just have to. I don't know. Like the thought crosses my mind. I mean, if there is a connection between this robes to this cult or whatever, why would your own estate be robbed by someone who had the same robes? Your own
Well, I'm
home.
not
Sorry.
sure it was robbed by someone. The estate, I think, was robbed by local robbers, thieves in the area. But
Scornaville is a dangerous place, so that throws that up.
my home in the Misty Forest was raided by the cultists with dragons that killed everyone. I don't know why, if he was a part of the cult, that they would kill him, but I saw him die that day.
Hmm.
As well as my whole family. That
Definitely.
being said, it's something I must do. There's more information that I'd found out. And this is a lot bigger than we think. There's hordes on hordes of dragons everywhere.
That I have come to kind of understand.
And there's a particular one that I must find. There's something there that I must destroy. I don't know if it would have...
The voice does enter your head and say, "Oh dear. Treasure hoards. Pearl treasure hoards. Dragons collect treasure hoards. Gold, platinum, copper. Monetary value. Art pieces. Has nothing to do with the quantity.
It's not what you said earlier. You
She
said
says to herself.
Well, so what exactly are you looking for? I mean, I have come across quite a few things in my day, and this is something else, but
Mm. Um, my hmm. I'm just gonna turn to the side. Can I tell him? Kind of to herself, but she's asking the voice in her head.
This is my creator is a powerful creature. You yourself cannot take him down. Perhaps another can. What I want most, free that woman. She's trapped there against her will. That's my mission. That's my goal.
And
Fucking jump kills him. She'll be free.
my father was a very powerful, is a powerful.
I thought you said he was dead.
That's what I'm getting to. What's it called? Lynch? I don't want to say it wrong.
Lich.
Lich? Okay,
Lich.
there we go. He's a lich.
Should I roll
He-
an Arcana check, or what do you know what that is? Sure.
Yeah, roll an Arcana check.
It's a 21.
Hey!
Sarah's gonna look-
You,
Sarah's gonna look
you
back
are
and just-
familiar.
Sarah's gonna look back and just go, fuck.
He manifested his soul into a gem, which means technically he's still alive.
Sarah's gonna finish his drink and tell the bartender, I think I'm gonna need another stronger drink.
Oh no, he's gonna get drunk. Are you
And
sure?
Torgrim,
would
you
like
walk in.
What?
Oi! I returned. Actually, no, wait.
He's gonna
Oi!
Slide, man.
Fucking Mike Peak just. Oh!
No. Let me get this. I got this. The door slowly creeps open, and then you see Torjum sliding in. Oi! I returned.
Torjum, wonderful timing.
Thank you. I
Quite
tried-
impeccable.
I mean, these streets are nothing to walk on, so I use the slipperiness to my advantage, and it's nice to be flashy.
I'm glad you're enjoying your time here on your little escapade before you have to return back to the estate.
I mean, I've never
And the
listened.
alarm goes off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when did the bell go off? Was that for the leaving or the returning?
You don't know.
Probably the leaving. I'm not one to repeat myself. Just don't worry about the conversation we're having, Tordrum. You must return back to the estate after the package is received, correct?
Oi!
Perfect. Then don't worry about what we're talking about. Have a drink.
Oi! Wait, but first, they had to pay. They wanted me to pay to get back in the city. So if I'm wanted, it may not be. I didn't pay.
What do you mean?
I snuck back in.
Did anybody
How
see
did you do that?
I am a small.
So basically, I am very small.
Well, I hate those guards in the front anyway for taking away Stanley, so you should have just cut them and walked away. But it's fine.
Madam, I don't use weapons.
He says with a massive halberd on his back.
Not just for show.
Sure. Have a drink. I'd get the heaviest one you have here.
This one's very good. It's the no idea what it's called. That just has the strongest one they had.
Rusty
Called
shield.
Dragon's Breath.
Ah, topical.
Oi, give me one, please.
All right.
Saying.
Passes it to you, and you can see like there's almost like a little bit of a like sizzle sound as like the bubbles pop. It's kind of like. Anyway,
I would just down it.
make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh no!
Oh,
You could use your inspiration now, technically.
This is true.
First one's a 21. Second one's a 16.
Okay. Tordrum, you burp and you swear you burp flames, but you take that drink like a man.
Oh man!
I may
I'm
need
writing
to
that
go
down.
before we leave. That was good. Oh,
It'll kick in eventually. You just wait, pal.
I know. And I can't.
okay. Well,
No.
As I was
Your
saying,
throat is slowly like beginning to burn as it goes down. Like it is flaming. And Sarzan, you've had this too. It is like whew. Yeah.
good. Saracen is a little nervous, so he's trying to drink away his nervousness. He likes to know a little bit about his future, and he has no plan.
the no plan part would work fine since no one has a plan anymore. But I have to search and find this gem and destroy it.
You don't have to destroy it. Our agreement. You didn't want to. No, I'm fine with you changing your mind. I would love that. But yeah, a bargaining chip would be nice. But so would just killing him outright.
Fine. We have to find the gem. We'll figure out what to do with it after. It could have a significant value, both to me personally and in the rest of the world.
Are we talking monetary value, or more other kinds of value?
I think I would
Welcome back to this session of Ananya Sells a Soul.
Nanya needs an exorcist.
I don't
She
know.
is kind of talking to herself every so often.
Yeah, but Saracen probably would notice, but he's probably trying not to die due to this drink.
Wait.
Drink for
Wait. Did you notice she's talking to herself?
I mean, you're leaning back in this long pause. Is what I imagine he's noticed. He hasn't asked
Oh.
about it though.
You are
She's a
starting.
haunted one. She's seen shit. Don't worry
Words are
about it.
Starting to slur a bit.
Anyway, I don't know where to start looking, but we have to do this. I have to do this. But an adventure awaits you.
He leans back. He's like, "Well, it's been a while since I've been on my last adventure, but do you even have a place to start?"
Do we have a place to start?
Dragon Horde.
Wait, who is she talking to?
I figured it was best not to ask.
talking to myself. Don't worry about it. It's been a long day.
I think she likes to talk through her plans first, but is fine.
Ma'am, you know it's my duty to watch over you right now.
You're the one drinking.
It's been
I'm
a
the
single.
only sober one here.
I never said I was drunk.
He's not.
And
Seriously not
Tordrum,
drunk.
as you're saying that, you're starting to notice words you
Everything is okay.
There's definitely drink a bit, but he's not like drunk yet. I'd imagine.
Fucking Tordrum just downed one.
Yeah,
I
so he's
also
been sipping on it.
I also just saw a dead body with its throat slashed.
Oh, that does happen here occasionally.
Osmosis.
Apparently.
Another one of those.
I know.
Shit.
It's a shame.
Why? Okay. I don't.
So, like I said, it's been a while since I've been on a proper adventure, but he looks at his ambulance. These guys haven't even reached out to me in quite a while. But he looks at it like his amulet. Oh, these people haven't even reached out to me in quite a while, so I don't myself even know where to begin.
And your
Neither
wife
do I.
steps down the stairs at this point.
Who does?
Ooh.
Wow, I feel
Yes.
I totally killed the mood in here.
No, I didn't hear the name you
Sorry.
said, but
Oh, I said your wife.
oh,
steps in.
yes, Elizabeth.
Wow.
Well, there's been some new information learned, and I think this threat is bigger than we thought.
Great.
Quite a
Love
bit.
that.
Yeah, I love it. Always.
Can I sit down? Are you guys having
Yeah,
a private
you
conversation? I can go elsewhere. it's
assuming
fine.
everyone else is all right with it.
Sure. Sit down.
Sure. Elizabeth seats herself next to you. Just sit silently.
Well, shall I, or do you want to? I know you said not much fun for repeating your words, but
No, I'm not. Why don't you go ahead and tell her?
sure. Well, remember what I said about daddy issues? That issue has escalated about tenfold.
Did you really just say that?
Well,
I want to rephrase that.
sure.
Uh.
Her father is a lich.
Oh,
So
what?
that said,
Fools, all of you.
and she
Wait,
needs to find a dragon horde and find a crystal that is incredibly valuable. And
Oswald was sitting there cleaning glass. Sounds like the start of a great adventure.
By all
Right,
means,
I
would you
bet.
like to join too?
No.
That's unfortunate. Right. So she needs to find a crystal, and I originally said destroy it, but I think she means like wants to keep it. Maybe got a little contradicting information on that one there, but it seems like, and he points to the map. Seems like this is quite a much bigger threat than we thought. I'm not sure quite what these maps mean. I mean, you probably know this map on the left here. It's Cornabelle, but
Takes a look at the maps. Waterdeep and Baldur's Gate. Those are very obvious trade hubs. The pinhole sizes vary. I don't know if that has anything to do with.
I wasn't sure about that either. I mean, I think maybe they just have different sized pins, or maybe there's colors. Not quite sure.
Or if it's my assumption where they're residing, maybe it's how big the group is.
All right, but then if you want to move people around, you need to keep switching pins.
Unless they're stationed.
Did you find this with the pins in it?
Out of character, did I?
You did not. You found it rolled up in a chest.
That's what I thought. I found it rolled up in a chest.
Hmm.
No pins.
Perhaps not every pinhole is.
Used.
Yes. Perhaps not everyone is accurate. Maybe
No.
they're. How old is this map?
Very old. It collected dust. I'd assume it's like hundreds of years old.
So perhaps then the people you would be looking for, if this is a map of people, perhaps those people are already dead, considering most humans don't live hundreds of years.
Well, it was in possession of an elf. So there has to be maybe a few surviving people. Or should I say elves.
Oh, elves are still people. There isn't a half elf.
The human looks over at you. And Osmond, the tiefling, just kind of stares down there. Yeah, but we're all. It's just kind of this awkward pause in the room.
I'm a dwarf.
We know.
Very good.
She looks back down at it. Have you been to anywhere where these pins are? You're in Baldur's Gate now. Are there any other pins elsewhere?
I've been to the Misty Forest. That's where I grew up.
I'll get you in Scornville.
Misty Forest? For the record, Ananya, that pin on the lower end of the Misty Forest, you're pretty sure that's like where you're from.
Yeah.
And you
wait,
also
wait.
went to Scornville.
I did go to Scornville, but we're not talking about that right now.
Oh, the pin. Isn't that one of the pins?
It is not.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
Yeah, the lower one. I'm trying to see. So you see the mic? It's so small. The High Moor, isn't the Misty Forest right to the left of that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I am looking at the right place. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So that's pretty much where you're from.
That bottom pin in the Misty Forest. That's where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm correct, I was found somewhere in the woods below that. Somewhere.
Found?
Trying
What
to
do you mean
think
by
about.
Like, out of character, you.
Is it in character out of character?
Out of character.
Yeah.
Remember when I was just the
yeah.
campaign found me?
You were found on an altar being.
Oh no, you were found all the way down in the Reaching Woods.
Where was that?
It's like
Because
to
at
the
least I
south.
know I've been there.
Yeah, it is the southeast.
What the freaking hell's the Reaching Woods? I can't read this shit.
It's right by altar.
Southeast.
Oh, I see it. But there's a pin right there.
Some of them are pins. Some of them are just like dots on the map. So you gotta like look closely to tell what's what.
Are the dots? Are the dots like the small ones and the pins are the big ones?
No, there are all different sizes of pinholes. There's various pins.
How do I find out which ones are pins? Damn.
Open the original and zoom in.
How do you zoom?
No, click on open.
Hit
Click on
open
the image.
original.
And click on
Yeah.
open original.
The pinholes you can tell the difference in because of the like they have more jagged edges, whereas the circles are like
It's very hard to
dots.
Oh. There's a difference.
There is.
Maybe I'm just
Okay.
missing it. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong map.
Have I been looking at the wrong map? I'm looking at the one that has all the forests and the pinhole on the Misty Forest.
Oh yeah, I was looking at the one that
Yep.
was just a hastily made one that didn't have that.
What?
So I was looking at the one that didn't have that above the one that That-
The normal, like,
normal map,
non-pinhole one? Yeah, that's the way you can tell the difference, really, is you have a non-pinhole one and one with pinholes.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what are these pinholes he's talking about?
Four
I was
maps.
so confused.
Yeah, so you, okay. But yeah, so they found you in the Reaching Woods. You traveled away.
Well, I don't remember
Um,
shit, so never mind.
No, you don't. You have no idea, but you are starting to get the feeling that if you got that far down, maybe this voice isn't lying to you about the fact that you've known one another. You do have memory missing.
That's like a week or so journey from there, from the Misty Forest to there.
Continent, by the way.
That's a continent?
No, this
It's
this entire thing is we were looking at like a continental scale, so like it probably would be like a solid week.
Yeah, okay.
two.
Damn.
Considering
The
there's not considering there's not even a road between the two places, you have to go like
you have
What in
no
the
idea how you got there, but that's where you woke up, and that's where your memory starts.
there's the tradeway, right? But like there's a big old mountain. Or like
But
ridge
in,
there.
in order for me to get to the Reaching Woods, I could have possibly stopped at any of these pinholes. But
Well,
I
none-
don't remember. But I do know this. I had a mission. I had a goal. I was doing something. It was important. It had something to do with
You
the
don't
crystal.
you don't remember what you were doing?
No, I had.
Saracen doesn't know you lost your memory.
Oh, I was gonna say I had a terrible head trauma.
Oh.
When the raid happened, I got smacked really hard. That's how I have this scar. A dragon had clawed me in the face. I got dragged out by my dog. I don't remember what happened after that. I just woke up on an altar and I thought I was being sacrificed by a tiefling in the woods. Particularly these woods, which I got the name for
It's too
already.
misty. Yeah.
Not the Misty Forest, that's the Reaching Woods, which is
Oh.
quite a far way away from my home.
Well. That sounds like quite an experience. That's a far
Since we're
travel
playing
then.
nice now, I don't mind telling you.
What is
Oh, you were tracking some cultists. You were tracking some cultists. You were hoping that you might find a lair that way. You got found out. Got the shit beat out of you, and you hid me away on your back, hoping that I wouldn't be found at least. Threw you in a ditch. At least I think it was a ditch, from what that tiefling guy said. What was it? Armoros? Is that right? Yes.
Yeah.
You were tracking cultists. They were headed south. Following wagon tracks is where you started before you eventually, well, found some. And you killed a few. With me. It was fun.
I thought I'd never killed until I was back in Schoonville.
Oh. Oh, my dear girl. You've killed. But it's okay, it's a necessity. And you know what? It made you stronger. Which reminds me, I'm not just a trinket. Please, use me in combat. I have your best interests in mind. Use me, and if you land a hit, that is vital enough, I might be able to grant you a little bit of extra strength. Just know where to land your blade. Of course, I'm not your blade. Partners, I don't know why I said that. But you understand, don't you?
Yes. Sorry.
I mean, looks like you spaced out a little bit there.
Yeah, I get in my own head sometimes.
I try to avoid doing that.
Sorry, I learned to stop interrupting. I'm going to stop now.
I appreciate what you've said.
What was that?
Yes. What?
Brain do think.
Talk to me, please. I'm over here.
I appreciate what you said. I must get back to my conversation.
I do notice there's a bit of a Sarazin. This is something you didn't really notice before. There is like a golden. I mean, which the reason you notice this is because your wife has had her eyes on it for like
On
since
what?
she walked down, and you just can finally like track it.
On a
She does
gold
have
what?
A little like it's a gold,
Like hilt?
yeah, hilt figure of a woman, who looks beautiful in gold, but is like a skull, and it's just like a skeletal figure underneath these robes, which are beautiful robes, but it's very strange, and that's just poking out over her corner, over the corner of her shoulder.
Interesting looking. Is that a dagger or like a... I can't really see with the blade, but
Oh, yes, it is one of my daggers. So looking at this map, with the fury that I believe I felt after watching everyone pass away, I think I could have possibly been tracking down something, and it led me south. I think, based off of where we are now, which I'm trying to see how just open up my stupid Google again. We're not too far away from where I think I was headed.
And where is that exactly?
I was living in the misty forest, and I was headed south. There's Dragon's Spear Castle. It does have a mark. I'm not sure. If we were able to find the main road, which I believe the tradeway, maybe
I think it would be the tradeway.
we can
It's not
find the
really a road,
tradeway.
but
Possibly I could find something there.
well, there's plenty of places to stop along the tradeway, so if you're tracing back your steps. Not even
could
Thornwell
be a
is
good
eventually the tradeway. Other direction, but
This is so interesting. I got beat the shit. I'm still alive.
I can hear that. Are
She's
you
talking
saying
to herself. Like, she's not
okay.
talking to the dagger. She's talking to herself. Think about it.
Big reveals? Big reveals.
big reveal.
It's been a big reveal session.
Okay.
Love it so much.
After the package comes, if you'd like, I think my next steps would be to trace back where I was going before. That might be my best bet. I know it's taken me so long to get to where I am now, but I know I was doing something important. I know what I was up to was good. I was tracking something. That thing probably is already left from where it was before.
From what it sounds like, it has been a while.
It's been... My old group that I was with was headed to Elturel. They make it to Elturel out of character. Did they make it? Do you know this? We
Well,
don't
You
know.
know,
maybe-
you know they were
well,
headed there.
You know they were headed to El Terrell.
That's what I thought. As long
You
as I
don't know
know
what
they were
happened.
headed there.
Yeah.
Last I had
Just-
heard from them, they were headed to Elturel. And that seems like a good place to stop by if we follow the river backwards.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have a
you-
plan. And he looks over at Elizabeth like, we don't really have a plan.
the fields of the dead. Do you know why that's called that?
Should I
do.
roll a check for that? Or, oh, Elizabeth does? Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Well, they call it the Fields of the Dead because many many years ago there were wars between various, humans and hobgoblins and all sorts of creatures that tended to uh, have large fights on the fields. And now most of that space is farming land, but every so often a farmer might dig down and find the armored body, armored corpse of someone who used to be a fighter. They call it the Fields of the Dead.
Hmm. By any chance, do you think there's anything underground? Like a lair? Or do you think people live in there?
A lair? What? What do you mean? An underground lair?
Yes, do you think people live underground over there?
I mean, I know the Underdark. That's. I mean, the Underdark is deep down, though. So I'm sure that's a large stretch of land right there. Maybe there's some Underdark territory down below, but I don't know about layers. There's hobgoblin fortresses scattered every so often throughout. Is that what you're looking for? What
I
type
don't
of
know.
layers?
Somewhere where a dragon would keep treasure, perhaps.
I
The
mean,
Underdark seems fitting.
well, the Underdark I think is too deep for a dragon to go, but I think dragons prefer to stretch their wings and fly. So maybe there might be a dragon in the Fields of the Dead. I don't see why not. I mean, aside from the proximity to human civilization, like Baldur's Gate, I haven't heard any tales of large dragons, at least not of late. Maybe like ancient times, but I personally don't know. Maybe there is a dragon in the Fields of the Dead, but you ask me, I don't know.
What about mountains?
Oh,
Do dragons
Oh,
reside there?
Oswald chuckles. Dragons love mountains,
Yeah, sure do.
especially the red ones. Ridiculous.
I'm seeing that there is a mark in the Warlock's crypt up north. It seems like there's a mountain range right next to the Trollback Forest, or Bark Forest. And that was definitely somewhere where I wanted to go.
Elizabeth looks at you. Never go to the Warlock's Crypt. Ever.
Why?
That place is. It's a city full of undead, and if you so much as come within sight of that city, you have already died.
That'd be perfect.
So that they're good fights.
Well, it's good
No,
fighting, but
I'm just happy to
what
get
I'm
out.
looking
Let's put it
for,
up.
They.
the chamber,
people can-
it's full of the undead.
Uh-huh.
for your crystal.
For the crystal, I think it might be guarded by the undead.
If it's a city, what do you think you're gonna do? People there all worship. Oh, it's been a while. Let me look at this. Let me think. That's what she says.
That isn't the only place undead rest.
Where dragons would also hide treasure.
It might be too high profile for them, considering it's on a map.
Well, I was just trying to look at the
So-
pinholes because I feel like those are important. And there
Yeah,
happens
It's
to
actually not a
be
pinhole for the record. It is.
that one's not a pinhole, but there's a pinhole right up from it in the troll back.
Chilly. There, that city is the home of an ancient lich wizard known as Larlock, the Shadow King.
I'm just happening to look for a lich wizard. This is perfect.
Hopefully
Named
it's not the same.
Larlock.
Hopefully not the same lich wizard.
Well, if it's the same, that'd be odd since, died.
And his name wasn't Odlock. I mean, I don't know your father's name, but
I didn't know my father had a noble estate. Who knows what he could go by?
TJ.
He knows if Larlock is dead or alive at this point. Rumors say he lives. Some say he probably died. Well,
But
one
no
way or
matter
another,
what, he could live through whatever the heck he puts himself into, correct?
not if the philosophy of his broke.
Time out. Computer's about to die. I need to get the charger. I'll be right back.
Is there any sort of leads that we have, or like no?
For what?
Is there any sort of leads we have of where to go, or is that, or do we not?
You've got the maps.
Right. Well, I mean, I think the best point of thing would be to go to one of the markings, but like,
And you've got the package coming in too.
yeah,
But other than that,
not really.
no, there's no like clear go
Path.
this way.
There's no clear path. All right, that's fair enough.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
All right. Well, I think the best course of action is assuming this package. If this package provides any answers, do that. But traveling to one of the pinholes, I think, might be the best course of action. Maybe one not
All
as
right,
large
based
as
on
Baldur's
what I-
Gate,
Okay.
like ones that's in a smaller location that isn't a massive city where you have to uncover it. Or maybe we can try to uncover it here. Look around, keep our eyes open, but maybe the package will provide more answers.
Maybe we could ask around, and I'm not even sure who would know.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would want to put that out there that we're looking for members of a secret cult and then hear that. One thing leads to another, and then stab them in an alleyway.
Trust me, word travels quickly.
I'm sure. Which is why I looks around the tavern like, I don't even know if this place we have this conversation, but
There is no one in this tavern except for Osmond, who's standing there and just, he's not like, he's like low-key interested because it sounds kind of like
interesting.
like it's interesting, but he's
Good to know.
it doesn't seem like he's gonna do anything about it.
Yeah.
Just like,
Well, we wait. We'll see what the package is about. Torgrim will have to leave, which would mean it'd be just us three. We could look for clues. We could see if we can ask things without raising any type of suspicion. And then we can make a decision on where we would like to go next, depending on if there's any leads. I do think we should be looking to the south, though, because that's where I was headed before.
He's gonna look at Elizabeth and say, "This cult, I mean, possibly had some sort of work here. Have you heard of anything of them, or is this the first you're hearing of them?" I mean, the line of our work is less questions asked, but or your work.
Do they have identifying marks? Things that set them apart?
That's
For a
correct.
cult, right?
Here.
Oh, dragons.
Dragons.
They come with dragons.
Okay.
They wear these purple robes. They loot
Purple
things.
robes,
They
neat.
steal money, treasure,
Well, add
burn
that
things
the
to
list.
shit.
Okay. Well, I mean, that sounds like
Green gas.
50% green. Gas is interesting. What's up with that?
I
To like
don't.
capture it or something, or where does the
The-
gas come from?
The dragons. They had dragons that
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
sprayed the green gas and they killed everyone, as well as them taking people and killing them themselves. You know, the gas did damage, but so did they physically.
Maybe some
Yeah.
sort of. What were the effects? Do you know the effects of this gas, or did it just do damage, or did it like do anything else?
Out of character, I'll see. I know that I have an extensive. I learned about dragons and shit. Hell, I
Yes, you
speak
did.
Draconic. What do I know?
Because like what it's going through
Okay, I have some. I actually have stuff that I was going to give you later on in this adventure, but I figure since you did spend time learning it, maybe I should just give it to you now. But it's just notes and collections of things. Weird. Travels. It's you know that green dragons, in particular, spew poisonous gas, which people inhale it and it hurts. Let's look at the
But can it
specifics.
kill? It hurts them, but
what
can it kill?
Saracen's
Oh, it
concern
most
was that
definitely can kill.
what Saracen's concern was that gas maybe could paralyze somebody and make them helpless, and that's what keeps coming up in his vision.
Let's see here.
Oh, is
Where
that a
is
thing?
No idea.
what? Oh, there. Okay,
Paralyzing
so
thing,
yeah. Well, let's start small and work our way up. Young green dragons can exhale gas in a 30-foot cone in front of them. And each creature in that area, if they cannot suppress the poison, it is enough to be lethal. It can be bad. You know that as they age, they gain more poison. The cone's range goes from 30 feet to 60 feet, and they it's harder to hold your breath against it or anything. You know that one way or another, this gas does affect people. It's just how much they breathe in, because they gotta breathe one way or another, and it seeps in. The poison does damage regardless. Like out of game and everything. Sorry, I'm not even gonna pretend here. To begin with, young green dragons, DC 14 con saving throw, and 12d6 damage from it. Adult green dragons, 60-foot cone, DC 18 con saving throw, and 16 d6 poison damage from it. Half as much on a successful save. And for an ancient green dragon that has been around for a long time, that is poisonous gas in a 90-foot cone with a DC 22 Constitution saving throw and 22 d6 poison damage. Half as much on a successful save. Now those things, Inania doesn't know like the specifics of, I don't think, but you understand that that gas, deadly as hell. That's what
Okay.
you know. So there's just like a whole bunch of specifics of like in-game mechanics.
Mhm.
But yeah. Anyway,
Well,
so you know that gas is deadly, is what I was trying to say, but I don't
yeah,
remember
no.
if that was the right answer to a question that was asked.
Yes.
Sometimes what the effects are, because he was worried it was gonna be like paralyzing and like leave people helpless, which is what he's terrified of.
It's kind of, well, okay, I don't think it doesn't have the ability to poison. I don't
No,
think
he's
it
worried
does.
about paralyzing and like.
I'd assume if they inhaled enough, they'd be paralyzed before they die. Yes.
No, because in his vision, he's like watching people die while he can't do anything about it because he can't move or anything like that.
Or is the
Not
condition of
move because
paralysis
he's
now?
depressed, or not move because sleep paralysis. Most nightmares you can't move because of paralysis.
No, not when he wakes up, but in the vision he keeps getting, he can't stop what's coming.
You do know that dragons have a frightful presence, which, you know, they're big and freaking scary. So people who, mechanics again, DC 19 Wisdom saving throw for like an ancient dragon. So if they fail a Wisdom saving throw, they become frightened for a minute, which is an effect, which means you cannot get closer to the beast that has frightened you. And in addition to that, you can move away, but like you can't get closer. Also, all attacks you have against that creature have disadvantage. So it's not like particularly paralysis, but you can see that there's enough to stop someone in their tracks, send them running the other way. You don't need to know like the mechanical numbers and things like that. This is not like super important. It's just I'm bleh because DM speak.
Can we just say that shared knowledge that we had this
Sure.
conversation,
I thought of that.
Okay, sure. So
but without all the special numbers, because we don't need that. But
so you know it's
so is it safe to say that I know that you had the vision and that's what happened in the vision, and then I gave you the information?
Yeah, he told you the vision like within a day of knowing him.
Well, yeah, but did you tell her about the paralysis part?
Yeah, no, like what he said was that he keeps getting this recurring dream where he's seeing his wife being murdered and he can't do anything physically to like stop it.
Gotcha.
You know that brass dragons have a breath that can put people to sleep. You know that white dragons have breath that can freeze people.
That's racist.
You know that, yeah. Red dragons have fire breath, but that's not relevant in this situation. And you get the feeling lightning is not what he's referring to. But blue dragon has lightning, black dragon has acid. Those things don't seem appropriate.
I mean, it's a vision. It might not be entirely accurate with what's going on.
So I think it might be safe to say that you might have green dragons within your dreams.
Well, I don't know enough to confirm or deny that, so. Very well. Well, so what do we do now?
We need to wait for the package to come. We need to ask some questions around here and see if anything leads us any particular way. And if they don't, we should just pick a location now. And if we can't find anything, we'll go there first. If you're coming with me, I don't want to assume that you're coming with me just because we've talked about this.
Well, He looks over at his wife and he's like unsure. But they made the decision, I guess, to fight because if what this map is saying, so he's gonna look back over. Well, if what we've been saying so far is true, nowhere's safe. I mean, hell, even Waterdeep, where we were planning on going, has a one of these pinholes through it. So
Well, Waterdeep was one option. I'm still impartial to crossing the ocean and getting out of here.
even
but
that's a dangerous trek on its own.
that is,
Well,
well,
I'm all for it. Except for like, well, I have, like I was saying, I think everywhere we go is going to be dangerous. I'm not quite sure that this is a threat that'll just go away.
I'm assuming not. If these maps are as old as I believe they are, I don't think this is going to be going away anytime soon.
In fact, if these maps are as old as you said they are, things have probably only worsened over time.
True.
Um,
Our leads might not even be leads anymore.
there might not even be anything in Baldur's Gate, or the presence in Baldur's Gate has increased, and maybe they already know we're here.
Either
even more reason to leave.
Right.
more reason to leave, but just to end up somewhere else. We could be followed. I'm sure that's why I can't remember anything. Because someone found out I was tracking them, and they did something about it. And that's why I woke up so far away.
Probably fair, as I'm not a fan of the arcane, but
Which means I could be being tracked myself right now.
well, I mean they haven't come after us yet, and it's been what, hours?
It's been a long time since I've been in the presence of someone who seemed like they were going to attack me.
And we were on that riverboat for at least 2 days, 3 days. And you know, worst thing we have is goblins.
But there's a particular something there that made me feel like I was being watched. Though you say you didn't see anything, and I think I was just going crazy, I'm not particularly sure that that wasn't the case.
Well, if they are tracking you, then they already know about me and Elizabeth and Torgrim.
Which means no one's safe anymore. Neither are the group I used to be with, and they're tracking the cultists themselves. Which means I should probably find them at some point.
Well, the more less, I like to think the more less, the better.
I would agree. Elizabeth?
Yeah, I don't like being tracked.
No, definitely not.
And she kind of looks at you, Sarah's, and you know the look she's giving you, and that's a this is not a good idea look. She's trying to suppress it, but still looks at you and smiles.
Well,
Well, we have to involve ourselves, which I'd rather not do. I wish I had the temple.
it would have been pretty helpful.
You don't have to come with me. I can do this on my own. It didn't end out well the first time, but at least I know what I'm doing this time, and I'm not having some sort of memory loss.
I agree with my husband. We'll find this package and see if it gives us any answers. How's that?
That works.
So just kind of nods, yeah. So just kind of nods and goes, well, guess we wait then.
I guess we wait.
Oi,
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, me too. I was wondering, well, I was like, well, no.
Now we need the oi.
No, I guess we drink.
Oi, we drink.
Today, goodbye.
Broke my AirPods. Good job, me.
Stop breaking your AirPods, bud.
Did you actually break them?
Not like break, but they
They're just-
disconnect.
Oh,
Saracen's
I
gonna.
was like, those are too expensive to just keep breaking.
No,
Hell,
I
how
don't
well
know.
off are you, Noble District?
Sir DM. How wealthy are you?
So I guess Saracen will kind of say, we'll be like, well, if we don't live to have another happy day, let's make sure this one ends pretty well. And orders another drink. But like not the same drink. He wants to like make this day last now.
Get past some like meager mead. Or all these. Let me actually check drink prices, by the way, because you're gonna get charged. Wow. Okay, that's not that bad. It's about like 3 silver pieces.
That's doable.
And Tordrum, you also get charged a silver piece
Yeah,
for the bit that you drank already, but it cost a bit more. Nevertheless, is there anything else anyone wants to do in this time?
No, I guess there's a plan now. That's to time skip.
All right, you have time in the city. Osmond lets you know about the marketplace known as the Wide if you want to go shopping. There's a wizard tower, which is in the upper city. If you want to wait by the docks, there's a place. Stuff like that. Is there any of that you want to do?
Ananya's gonna ask Saracen and Elizabeth, do you think if we were to talk to a wizard, we'd be able to find a spell or something that could help us locate, like some type of extreme energy or anything? Maybe we can get a lead through the amount of magic that would be around. I would assume there would be a lot of something around this crystal.
If Saracen rolled a 20 for his Arcana check.
Alright, beautiful. She rolled a 4. You do know that like there are some spells out there. You're not a spell person.
Yeah.
But magic's kind of magic and weird, and there's probably some stuff that could, locate things if you know.
So he goes, okay. Saracen says, well, I'm not one, like I've said plenty of time now, I'm not one for the arcane, but back when I was more of a traveling adventurer, I had a buddy of mine who had the spell. He'd always misplace a lot of his items. And he'd be able to use some spell to find them again. He'd always be misplacing things, like incredibly invaluable things like potions and shells. And he could like locate objects that way through magic. So possibly there could be something you're looking for.
Did he cast something on the item before he tried to locate it? So that
I
he knew how to locate it?
I was not paying attention. Out of
Maybe
character, I have no idea I have no idea how the spell
No
works.
idea.
I know there is I know there is a locate object spell. I have no
There
idea if
is.
I don't know if
that the object has to be familiar to the person casting it.
See, that's what I thought.
yeah. But you don't have to specify the object, it has to be one you're familiar with. So he's like, well, I never saw him like bless his objects or anything like that, but they always seem to be stuff he already knew he was looking for.
Well, I don't know what I'm looking for particularly, so that wouldn't work. But you'd think it would have to let off some type of energy, right? I mean, someone's soul got put into a crystal.
Wow, that's heavy. Zazen did not know that beforehand. He didn't tell him that.
I thought you knew about liches, but okay.
Yeah, I said Lich, and I said that he put
You
himself
said
in
your father
it.
was a lich, but you didn't say what he put himself in or that he had done that yet.
I said I was looking for a crystal, and then I might need to destroy it, or it could be of some extreme value.
Yeah, you never said that was the lich's soul.
Oh, my bad.
He goes, well, I would imagine. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not any sort of magic. Like, I don't use the arcane for really anything other than he points at his ring of water walking, other than some useful tools. But I suppose, I mean, something of that power probably can be detected.
Out of character, I can't remember. Did Tordrum have that conversation where the lady said she would come to the inn to say the package came, or did we have to go pick it up?
We had to go pick it up. Oi, we have to go pick it up, but they're gonna send someone saying it's here.
Why don't they just bring it to us then? Sounds like extra effort.
Customs? I don't know.
So why don't we stay here and wait for that notice, and then when we get it, we'll make a stop on our way back.
That would be a good idea.
Perfect.
Oi!
Yes.
Just likes to do it, I guess.
Agreement. It was my agreement, Oi.
Well,
I have Ois for different things and many different things for Ois.
So so you guys are just gonna stick around in this place until the package arrives? That's just your plan? Or
Yeah.
you doing anything else?
That would make sense.
I
Okay.
guess makes sense.
Not going out, no shopping missions, no weird looking for wizards or
We'll look
Not-
for. We want to look for wizards after we get the notification, because they're gonna come to the inn and say, "Hey, your package is here," and then we have to go pick it up. So
Yeah.
if we're wandering around looking for wizards, it wouldn't happen.
all right then, is that
I guess
so
that's that then.
that's that?
It came full circle. Adventures normally start in taverns, but we're ending one here.
A day passes and every 24 hours in Africa a day passes. No. So you
What the hell?
so the rest of the day passes away into night and nothing. But an undisclosed amount of time later, because wiggle room, you the lot of you are greeted by a guard comes up and follows along and who are you? What do you want? Oh, okay. And points up. You guys notice there is a guard who comes up and knocks on your door, Tordrum and Ananya, because I believe you're sharing a room. Yes.
We are.
Yes.
Knocks on your door. So
Turn's
you
gonna
just
go answer the door. I got this.
Okay.
Oi.
Tordrum Ruby Eye.
Who's asking?
Me.
Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm a city guard. My name's Dylan.
Don't know. Oh no.
Oi, how can I help you?
Your package is here, or it's coming here. The word came.
Okay.
You're the line. I'm here to tell you it's gonna be down by the docks tonight. They saw the ship. They're unloading it tonight. So just so you know.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Whew. Really felt
I
good.
was worried for a second you were caught.
I did too. I thought he was gonna come arrest me. Again.
So what?
Yeah. And then I go, oh, wait, who's asking?
Tordrum's suit is suddenly drenched again.
In pure sweat.
Smells like fish.
Ooh, no.
No, Tordrum's likes fish.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It
So the
smells like trout.
day arrives.
Out.
What?
Nothing.
You did get this notification about mid-afternoon. Is there anything you want to do on this day before, or on this afternoon before you have to go pick up the package? Around evening/nightfall is when you can go get it.
Well, I'd want to go tell Sarazen and Elizabeth that the package would be coming at nightfall, and if they wanted to go wizard hunting, not actual hunting, but like just look for one to go talk to one.
Well, the last one went wizard hunting. It worked out pretty well, so why not?
And then, would you like to go towards one? Would you like to wizard search?
Oi! Oi!
You don't mean actual wizard hunting. You mean like looking for a wizard, right?
Yes, of course. I want
It's not a story.
Okay.
It might be chaotic, but I'm not that bad. Let's go. Let's look for one. Let's go at. Oh, we should ask what's his face downstairs.
Azimuth, right?
DM casts
Alvin?
invisibility.
We're looking
So
for
we're-
Austin.
that was not very groovy of you.
Torgen cast invisible.
Wait, this.
Oh no! Ah,
What just happened?
What is happening?
Torgrim
Right.
bam!
Torgrim just got turned invisible. Oi! I can't see myself.
Wait, what happens if you close your eyes? Do you see through them, or do you not see at all?
Else go to Secret Whispers or what?
I have
The
no
sound
idea.
infuriating, because you guys it was just stuck like forever. You guys sound terrible. I could barely make out what you were saying for like however long, but I've just been dealing with it, and I got fed up. So, all right. So you wanted to go talk to Oz
Yes.
Tiefling? Okay. Was that it? Did anything else
We're
get
gonna-
decided on?
We're gonna talk to him and ask where we can find a wizard.
Okay. You go to talk to Osmong. He points outside and says it's the giant wizard tower with a got a blue thing. The guy there is I mean, he's been out for a bit. His name is he goes by Wiz Angel Zigor.
With Engelsiger?
Angel.
Would you also know where such as like a scroll shop or something like that would be? That would also might be able to answer her question. Guess the why.
I personally don't know any scroll shops, but I'll tell you that if you go to that wizard tower, Wiz Angel should be able to easily answer whatever scroll spell question you have. Smart dude. Real smart dude.
Thank you.
Alright.
Appreciate it. We'll be back later.
Does Saracen
and,
know of this person or know this person or no? Okay,
I
thank you.
highly doubt you would. Susan, your wife. I don't really want to go outside, and I think it's best if I stay here. I mean, you're fine. You can go wherever you want, but I would like to stay inside.
Very well. I know the roads are not very safe for you right now.
Keep that
Although-
down. There is actually someone in the tavern at this point. There's like one person who's just sitting in the corner, just drinking.
Dude, it's like 8 in the morning. They say he's gonna go over.
It's noon. Your
It's my
brain.
bad. Long night. So I mean, I realize that. Well, stay safe. Remember your training. There's a she can change your form. Like
No, she can create a duplicate of herself, I believe.
no, I wanted to spell this. I prepped is
She has this guy's self, yeah.
this guy's self.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back here as soon as possible.
Okay. Look forward to it. Be safe.
You as well. So I got a phone call in the middle of it. I was looking down to see who it was.
She goes upstairs.
Call him back later.
Osmond, kind of swing you. It's east and north. It's on the edge of the wide. You should be able to find it pretty easily. It literally just sticks up into the sky. It's kind of ridiculous.
Very vain, those wizards.
They say it conserves space.
Hmm.
Anyway, good luck on your journey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Okay. You headed
You
out
know
then?
how there's those things that you just like forget and then you like remember and then it's too late to say anything or do anything about it?
Maybe.
Yeah, Elizabeth is one of those.
You can still ask about her.
No, it's just the way that she's
Yeah,
acting
that's-
cause any suspicion to Ananya, so she can't say anything about it. But Aubrey the human says,
You can
I mean,
ask.
she
her
is
about
kind of
it.
shady as fuck, so there's that.
She is
"Yeah,
kind of
it's
shady.
like I'm not safe. I don't want to go outside. You're a little bitch. Just go outside. What's wrong with you?" Sorry.
You can.
Oh, if
You
only
could.
you
You
knew.
haven't left yet. You can still talk to her, but
I have time.
all right, fair enough.
Let's go
You,
find this.
you want to talk to her?
No. Yes.
Oh, yes. No. She's going upstairs. You can talk to her if you want, but she's headed up the stairs at this moment.
Ananya's gonna run up the stairs after her.
Okay.
Jason's gonna kind of follow from a little bit of a distance. He doesn't want to like.
Stops.
I had a question for you.
Yes.
Why is it that you're so afraid to be outside all the time?
How do I put this? My line of work is not welcome in a lot of places. And in this place, my line of work is actively sought after and not in the good way.
Okay, but dogs aren't even allowed in the streets out here. You don't see people doing shit about that. You're heavily guarded. Your husband knows what he's doing, so why don't you come out?
It is risky to do as much as leave this place. If people know who I am,
Who are you?
I am a holy woman.
Mm,
That is what I am.
maybe that's why she doesn't talk to her. Holy woman, explain what that means.
It means I serve a god.
Mm,
Some people don't like certain gods. Some
Why?
gods are persecuted.
Why is your god persecuted?
Why are you curious?
I find it rather ridiculous that you want to hide so much.
Hiding is my life. Hiding is what keeps you alive.
Yeah, and somehow
Right.
you're an adventurer.
Oh, yes. Most definitely.
Oh, so adventurous staying in your door all day. Why is your god
Have you
persecuted?
ever pissed off the city guard?
Yes, I have. I actually killed one of them. What's it to you?
Oh,
Yeah.
then you should know what a terrible idea it is. The city guard here,
Mm-hmm.
they hunt people like me. Okay? Does that make you happy?
No, you've yet to answer my question. Just dodged it. What god and why is it being persecuted?
To be honest, I don't really trust you enough to say that.
Nani wants to use her intimidation through her scary scar face.
Okay. Make an intimidation check with advantage. What are you saying?
What do I do for intimidation? Is that on here?
Yep.
Okay. I've never had to use it before.
Yeah, all the ones on
My
there.
intimidation is a -1. How is that a thing?
But you have
Damn.
advantage, so
It's
there's
it's a charisma thing, I think.
yeah, it's charisma.
Gosh damn. She don't do charisma. What are you talking about? All right, so that's a 14.
You get to roll twice, though.
I rolled twice. The first one was 7. The second one was a 15, but it's in -1, so I got a 14.
He looks a bit concerned. Listen, I have the right to my own privacy. I do not have to tell you a single thing. I don't care who you are, scar, no scar. She does look fearful of you.
Can Ananya roll insight on what she's been saying?
Okay. Sure. Yeah, roll insight.
Oof. That was not good. 12.
Yeah, you can tell. Modifiers use this. You can
Mine's a
tell by
+4.
just looking at her. She is a woman who does not really she does not really like you. Does not want to talk to you that much. She
Well,
is
no shit.
guarded. She is guarded around you and basically everyone. You haven't really noticed, but she has kind of put up the same wall towards them. It's just they haven't really talked much. But
Is what she's saying bullshit or not? Can I tell that?
she's being honest with you in this moment. Like she does not want to do anything. You know that, like, you can tell she is the type of person who would rather run from a fight. She
Thinks she's married to the wrong dude.
we complement each other.
Oh,
Uh,
sure. Thanks.
They're like opposites,
Without
so they don't have a weakness when they're fighting together.
And you can see just reading her, she's the type of person who would sleep with her back to a wall or a tree with like everything she owns like wrapped up. She looks kind of paranoid most of the time. Like
I'd say for good reason.
you can look at her and you knowing the effects of trauma and how they change you having been through like a traumatic incident with your family being killed in front of you, you probably act a little bit differently than the average person, and she does as well. Whether that be because she's watched friends die, or she has almost gotten caught multiple times or been in jail a lot, there's something about her that is like, she looks like she has maybe been seen, maybe not been through some shit, but seen some shit and does not want to go through it. That's what you can read off her.
Fine.
She just doesn't really.
I have things to do. But if you're going to act this way on the adventure, I'm not sure I want you to come.
I'm not sure I want to come.
I can tell very evidently. Good luck talking to your husband about that, but you should be honest with him. You might not be honest with him in my presence, but at least behind closed doors, you can let him know how you actually feel. I'm on a mission here. No matter how scared you might be. I'm not.
Enjoy your mission, warrior princess. She walks up the stairs.
Hmm.
Hmm.
She has any right to
Stairs
be
and she
something.
glares down at you very briefly and just kind of flicks her eyes upstairs and
Well, I hope that went well.
I think it did. I got my point across. Let's go find a wizard.
Kind
Oi,
of shrugs. He's like, all right.
What was that for?
Okay, so you guys head out, right? All three of you?
I was seeing his random ass rolls. What was that? Ooh.
So three of you head out, yeah?
Yeah.
ye.
Alright, you do find a wizard tower in the wood. It is very open. You hear this shouting, marketplace sounds, and there's a lot going on. You do run into a wizard tower, eventually walking in. There's no one inside that you can tell. It is a small, this is essentially, it is a large cylindrical tower of stone bricks that just, there's a stone brick staircase that just wraps its way all the way up this tower. And at the bottom, you're in a small stone room, like a sort of square. There is a wooden desk. There are some various trinkets. There are seats on the sides. And you hear very, very faintly in the distance the voice of a woman. And a few moments later, a give me a second. Hello, you. Hi, everything's fine. I'm very good at what I do. A few minutes later, you see a little weasel walk down the steps.
Wait,
It
what color is it?
pops up onto the. Oh, hold on. It pops itself up onto the desk. You see him.
He's so cute.
Cute little boy. He looks at you for a second. Just kind of. He just kind of pokes his head and just looks around. Sees the three of you and it's
I have to be right back.
kind of turns. What? Oh.
I have to be right back.
Okay.
You can continue. I won't be long.
We can have like a 5-minute break if you want to go like a little extra time over.
It won't be that long.
Then Sarazin zones out. Sorry. But
Still outside. It's fine.
so a few moments later, you hear the of heels coming down the many, many, many cylindrical steps, and just let me just check something real quick. So I have these prepared. Does she have that prepared? She does. You hear heels coming down the steps, and this is gonna take too long. And you hear as you look in front of you, and a female figure slams down onto the ground. But like right as she's about to hit the ground, she hovers just a tad before setting down. And before you, you see a red-headed woman. That's a floof
Damn.
hair, nerd glasses, and she just kind of looks among you. Hi, welcome. And she holds out her hand, and the weasel crawls up and sits on her shoulder. Hi,
Torjum
Can I
has
help
a
you?
little bit of blood running down his nose, and then he walks outside.
That's what I thought when I saw the picture. I'm like, oh no, anime's nosebleed.
She yeah, her with her thick glasses on, she stands there. Hi, welcome. Is there anything I can do for you? Sorry. Hold on. And she there's like a small little like name tag on the desk, which she then flips over, and you see it is the name before you. You kind of have to double take it. And she flips it up. Sorry, wasn't expecting guests really. Hi, my name is Meredith Castafilididine. How may I be of service?
I'm looking for the wizard angel.
Oh yes. He, Angel's not here right now. Mr. Ziegler's currently out, but I am his assistant.
I can see why.
Yeah, you can just call me Mary if you want, or Mary C. Most people have a hard time saying Castafilidine, so
Castafilidine isn't a rough name.
well, you're elder. I wouldn't expect it. I'm just gonna bring this up to you. This is her name.
Castafilidine.
I really just saw Castle.
So
I
we just
just-
met Castafilidine.
Mm-hmm.
His
Wait,
name's
hold
from Fate.
does. When I saw that, I did do a double take of that. I'm like, oh, okay, that's the name. Wait, I thought you said Castle Pedophile.
So, sorry,
No,
sorry.
but I
Then
think
this
Angel
woman is
is.
before you, with the weasel on her shoulder.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Tortram had a nosebleed and walked out.
I'm glad you guys got that too.
Yeah.
So,
Because I thought to myself, only Aubrey would get that. I think.
That's really sad because I'm the only female.
I know that it's a reference.
Oh, so the reference I'll explain later.
I know what it signifies, though. Like,
Okay.
yes. Unfortunately.
Well,
so
since
yeah, she
Angel Wizard is gone, can we ask you questions?
His name is Angel Zigor. He goes by Wiz Zigor most of the time. But yes, you
Okay.
can ask me what I'm in charge of this place in his absence. He should be coming back in a day now. But yeah. May I help with your? What are you looking for? Do you need a what do you need?
I'm gonna turn to Sarah and whisper, like, does she look like she'd know what she's doing?
Well, I mean, the only way to figure that out is to ask.
Pushes up her glasses.
All right. By any chance, do you know if there's a way, maybe a spell or something, where we would be able to locate where strong sources of power might be?
Oh, what type? Like locate creature? I know there's a locate creature spell, and I've been working on copying that one into my spell book.
No. I'm
No.
a powerful soul.
Powerful soul?
Like,
Well, locate creature would work, right? Yeah. Is that? Do you mean like just a soul? Like you want to peer into the afterlife or something? Is that what you're going
No,
for?
more like a soul stuck on this plane.
So a creature, right?
I don't know. It might hurt.
An object.
That's containing a soul.
There's locate creature, locate object. I can locate plants or animals, or
This might be worth it.
no, that's the things I can locate.
You can try locate creature. I mean, it's a
But, like,
soul,
soul?
but it's a soul by itself, not like in a creature.
It's not in a living being.
Okay, let me flip through my spell book real quick. She flips through.
When you look over at Nani, be like,
I'm-
maybe you should tell her exactly what it is.
I haven't copied down locate creature yet. He put me in charge of copying spells
looking
down
for-
and training myself.
We have an issue with the lich.
Lich.
Lich?
A lich
A
soul.
lich. Oh no. She had a roll.
She's a magic expert.
I
Magic!
I've heard of witches, I think.
They're able to put their souls into inanimate objects. And we're trying to
Right,
locate
okay.
one of those.
So you're looking for. Wait, okay.
This is just Timothy Mark II.
According to this spell here, I have to be familiar with the creature, and also that is way too high of a divination ritual than I can cast. The locate object I can maybe try to cast with a little bit of time and effort, but that's
Well.
also a familiar object. I don't think I can do that one.
When is
I don't-
your angel? When is with what? Whatever the freaking flick. When is he gonna be back?
Well, I don't know. He was supposed to be back a couple days ago, I think. I haven't seen him in a while though. So, he might be coming in soon.
You think so?
Yeah, well, magic conventions sometimes go over a little bit. Wizards like to talk a lot and debate spells and yeah, so he might be back soon. I don't know. I can I don't know. Sorry.
That's okay.
Well, very well.
I can send my familiar to find you if you want.
That'd be great.
Yeah, okay.
We're staying at the Rusted Shield.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. If he comes back, yeah, I'll let you know when he comes back, not if.
Would you like to take a name down too?
Yeah, sorry, yes. Names. Oh,
Timothy Mark II.
There we go. Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's a lot of paper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Name?
Ananya.
How do you spell that? I think I can guess.
Okay, you can guess.
All right.
I don't think it really matters. I mean,
No.
That's okay. Ananya.
That's more
All
of a
right.
sarcastic remark. Ravakaven.
that's harder to spell.
Don't worry
I think
about
we
it.
can do that.
Just Ananya and friends works fine.
Is that Ravakalyn?
Wow.
I'm
Yes,
impressed.
it is.
Ah. She looks down at the cast of Philididine. And yeah, it's.
Mm.
I get long names. Shorter ones are harder usually. They're like
Oh,
things like cast of Philididine. It's easy. Just CASTAPHALIDIDINE. You know. Anyway, yeah, Ananya Ravakalyn.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
great. We'll
I'll
come
let
by.
you know. If you have any wizard friends, have them come by.
Of course.
That'd be nice.
I'll do.
I think. Okay.
And I'm just gonna
Is
march
there-
out that thing real quick.
Okay,
So
bye.
wait, what?
All right then. Okay.
No, Sarah's didn't ask what's up.
No,
Seriously,
I missed what you said.
Oh, she left.
Oh, then follow. He'll follow. Magic. He's like, oh, that place creeps me out.
That was
Oh,
not it.
that's a lot of stairs.
I don't like.
All right. Cutting to
That
later
was
in the evening.
worthless. Let's go to the dock and just wait.
Why are we going to the dock? Oh, for the package.
The back.
Cutting to later in the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sit down. Where do you want to hang out while you're waiting for this package?
So we're at the
Right, well-
docks, right?
Well,
Yeah, at the docks.
Well, you could hang out with Stanley
Stanley!
because you're waiting there for like an hour, so you can take him for a walk.
Yes, I want to get Stanley, and I want Stanley to be outside with me.
You can go for a walk in the shelter, but you can't take him like in the streets.
He's not in the streets. The dock
That's
is
where the dock is.
outside. The dock is
Mm,
outside of Baldur's Gate. He was at the dock. They did not have a
You do-
problem with him.
They did have a problem. That's why you had to put him in.
When I was trying to get inside,
The dock itself, like you were on a long dock and they were standing there waiting for you. But sure, you try to take him out and
I'm gonna try to
Maybe
take them
they
out,
do.
and I'm gonna take my special ass dagger and say, "Let me have him."
they still refuse, and they
Ugh.
threaten to get the guards for you threatening a civilian.
Darn. About as well as I expected.
But they allow you to walk around inside.
I want a pupper hug.
And he gives you a big hug
I miss
inside.
Stanley.
We're still there. You just can't take him out of the shelter. Is what they're saying.
Yeah.
For that
Yeah.
shit.
There,
should have
there is an
Stanley maul
actual like
everyone in there.
location in the back of the shelter where you can walk around with your animal, where the animals are let out to hang out.
Like a yard.
Yeah, basically. So there is that space, but it's not like in the streets.
Well, I want to lay
Um,
down with Stanley.
And
I wanna
while you're there, you notice a handful of familiar looking horses, actually. One of which is Buck, who you are all too familiar with.
Fuck!
And that's just something you notice in your time in the shelter. So you get
Oh.
the sense perhaps your traveling companions have come through.
And as that, you see a giant beam shoot up in the sky.
No.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
And later in the
Guess I will have to
evening-
find out on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
Plugs, my dude. I'm plugging.
Yes!
You do see that the ship has pulled in. Many a package have been taken out, but
Damn it.
as of this particular time, as the sun has gone down, finally, there is a rectangular package that gets offloaded. Ruvion Ravicalen.
Oi!
Package
Oi.
for Ruvion.
Oi!
Okay.
Take that. I
And,
guess that's our
the-
cue.
It is a large package. Tordrum, it is twice your size,
Ooh.
but it twice your size in height. It is very thin.
I'll take that from you.
Make a-
Oh no.
Is he doing it on his own?
For right now, yes.
Make a strength check, bud.
Ananya wants to see this before she tries to.
That's
hug.
a 19.
Into it.
Ooh.
Okay. Tordrum, you lift it up and walk your way down through the dock. Unable to see because of the sheer size of this, your face is like in the middle of this package, but you're
Can-
walking it.
Can I try and like turn it so it's sideways?
So you go like this. And a
No. Like the box itself, instead of being upright, it's on its side.
Well, how about we take this back to the inn, I guess.
That would be
As
the.
you- So you guys are taking. You're gonna try to take it back to the inn.
Take
Yes.
it back
Okay.
to just one of the bedrooms. Saracen's gonna
That-
help.
that would
Saracen's
be a
gonna
good
help him
idea.
carry it because the streets are not fun.
As you guys are
What are you talking about? I have no
Heading
problem in the
off
streets.
the dock to take this
Belongs
package
to the
back,
street.
we're gonna end today's session.
Ah!
I knew it.
I knew you were gonna do that because
Wait, am
oh,
I gonna have to play Torgrim in the main session? But
Maybe.
yes, you guys are playing 2 people. Ooh,
I'm good with
I-
that because I'm excited for.
I want
I'm
to
excited for
say
it.
I want to say this, but I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. But for the sake of it, I'm gonna throw this in as the final straw of this little campaign. You recognize the faces of your former traveling party. And Anya?
In the tavern.
No. On the dock.
can Tarek make a quick perception check?
Oh, can Saracen make a quick perception check?
They're not gonna
I'm
know.
gonna say you can make those checks on Wednesday.
Okay.
In the arms of the angel. Oh my
All right.
gosh,
Wait,
There
I'm
we go.
so
I
excited.
am going to go
Guys,
lay
I'm
down.
so excited that I'm coming back to the campaign. I'm so
Yo, no,
excited.
you don't get.
I am
like,
so
got
excited.
I'm
I
so
mean,
happy.
Anya is gonna be like boring as shit because she always is, but Aubrey's excited.
Wait, have you
Well,
been?
hopefully this
Aubrey,
little venture has done
I feel
something
like this
to
moment
Ananya.
is the big slow motion into the ginormous hug moment, but like,
group
no.
hug.
But Anya's just kind of there like,
Wait, I have a question
yeah.
for Aubrey. Have you? Oh wait, actually, Elsie, have you put up the last thing yet? Like the most
I
recent.
did not put up yesterday's session, but I put up the Friday session.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Because, yes, solely because yesterday took all of yesterday to get the Friday session processed and on YouTube.
That's fine.
So I need to edit last night's session now.
So I'm assuming,
last-
Aubrey, you
yes.
haven't. Have you watched last Friday's session?
I haven't watched last Friday or the Friday before that because I always wait for my sessions first before I watch your guys's because I know I'm gonna be a metagamer and I don't want to do that. So
Okay.
you guys are a little more ahead than I am.
Okay.
Well, there's a little hint of metagaming here now, because there is a destination that has now been set in front of you, but there's that.
What do you mean
See you on
destination?
Wednesday, guys.
What
Instead of our
destination?
Friday sessions, Fridays are no longer happening, I guess. We're moving it to Wednesday nights. So
I'm sorry.
it's Wednesdays, my
It's
dude.
good. Is
Ah.
it Wednesday yet?
It's
Yeah,
Wednesday, my
Critical
dudes.
Role? No.
No, because that means I have to go back to work.
Oh, I don't have work on Wednesday. Sucks to suck.
Me neither.
All right. Well, the
Hell
open time
yeah.
club, man. That's how things work out.
Okay.
Jeffy, thank
Aubrey.
you so much for agreeing to actually and suggesting.
Jeffy's my
to move.
favorite.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
Alright.
change much for me. It just changes
It's
when
just
they
how much of a
start.
week you have to prepare. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's still 7 days. But yeah.
But I didn't really start preparing until the Monday
Well,
before.
Uber
So
special. I
this
send it
means
to you
I'm
as a
only-
thank you.
What was that? Sorry, I totally.
Oh,
interrupted
I
you.
said for Jeffy, if he wanted something special, I'll send it to him as a thank you for moving
I-
things around.
Oh no, it's fine.
What am I gonna do now that I go back to running just one campaign?
Running one
Man.
campaign,
Sleep.
you mean less stressed?
Sleep,
Just running
probably.
one? God, man.
A lot of
Oh,
content.
I started getting
merged
used to running
over
too.
and throwing it
I think I'm gonna have to start running an IRL game. I'm gonna have to meet up with people.
Yeah,
Or
social
we can have our
distancing.
Saturday game night back.
Saturday game nights have always been here. It's just people have stopped showing up to them. So, they never
Well, I miss
stopped.
them. I didn't go
We
to the
did
last
have-
one because every time I show up, no one's doing anything, and I was like, oh.
We tried, but it's like I'm expecting more people to show up or do one thing in particular, but we never really sit down and do it. fuck, wait, we missed Saturday, didn't we? Great. It's
I don't
Sunday
have
now.
Saturday off this week. I don't.
Ooh.
I have Wednesday, Thursday.
We did miss yesterday
Correct.
because
We
of
did.
we had this session.
Because
I think
we're
we all were
tired.
just like, yeah.
Tired as hell, and then I had work.
Okay, well, I'm going to end the recording here, but I'm going to put the pieces on that were bought previously.
I bought 2.
So, thanks
I
for
bought
watching
one.
this little side adventure of Ananya's little campaign here. And who knows, maybe if shit breaks, then
D&D
one
with
day
Bree.
D&D with Bree.
D and Bree.
Um,
Bree and D.
D and Bree.
If shit breaks again, then who knows? We may just pick up again with shit and
True.
things.
My
and-
boss decides not to let me have my Wednesdays.
Yep. It's okay. I have bought many a mini, and I'm ready and willing to use them. So
Oh, and the good news is,
Catch you guys
if
around.
Wednesday and Friday, we can just swap them at a moment's notice because like it's already planned.
hey, if you're planning to fucking have your Fridays off.
Guys, I'm happy.